Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
E-Rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, bring it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
We look like assholes right now, man.
I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth. I'm a fucking idiot.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM satellite radio along for the ride. Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Asshole! Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Hello, hello, hello. Something
times.
doesn't sound right.
Did something change over the evening?
I don't know. I had to crank up the headphone volume to hear the Rage Against the Machine music there.
Uh-oh, you cranked your headphone volume up
Cranked
even higher?
way high.
Uh-oh.
And then you start playing clips, and then those just took out my hearing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Wow, why are the phones exploding? And why aren't these people listening to us? Jesus Christ.
Bastards.
Let's say hi to Scott in New Jersey. Scott, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Happy birthday, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
I didn't want to start your day off in a bad mood, but it turned Howard on while I was waiting for you to start up, and he's playing all kinds of taser clips and how great they are and everything.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little weird over there, man. I gotta tell you. You know, there's a paranoia thing that happens in radio, and then there's obvious shit. We've been doing this whole taser thing for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks now, and all of a sudden it pops
Longer
on
than
his
that.
show today.
Jesus.
Even longer?
Yeah.
Maybe a month?
Yeah.
He claims he doesn't listen.
Well,
Yeah, there's
the people that claim they don't listen actually listen a lot.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So why don't
Yeah.
why don't you guys call up Howie today and tell him where he got the fine bit he's doing today?
It's wonderful taser audio, Robin.
Didn't he invent the taser?
He invented
I
everything.
think so.
Don't you know that?
Yeah, back in the late 70s.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you,
He
friend.
is such a lazy fuck. A lazy fuck. Brian,
Wouldn't you
what's
be
up?
lazy too? 500
Turned on this
million.
morning, and I heard the taser audio, and then 2 seconds later I hear Hook Nose talking.
Oh,
I thought
Jesus.
you guys switched back to FM.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no thanks on that one. Thanks. Mike in Buffalo, what's up? We lost Mike? All right, let's say hi to Chris. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Joe.
What? Chris, what's
What?
going on? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was talking about the taser bit, since everybody already covered that. My next question is, when are you guys going to give out your next golden ticket?
We're working on one right now, actually.
And who might that be?
We're working on it. We'll have to, I don't know.
Working on it. We take a little longer to give out golden tickets. It's easy to just scan the FM wasteland for people and bring them on board. We actually wait, take our time.
Yeah, we could have brought Bubba with us and decided not to, and then, the other company thought it was a great hire.
The likes of the radio chick.
Yeah, have fun with the radio chick.
Oh.
No, thank you. But thank you. Thanks for sticking up for us, you guys. The phones have just exploded with how we're doing the stupid taser bit.
Yeah.
That we've been on for a long, long time now.
It just seems like someone over there is listening, hearing the clips, and then finding them and popping them on the show.
And going, wow, this is a great idea.
Yeah,
Let's bring
good.
this to Howard.
Seemed to work on Opie and Anthony.
He's a lazy fuck. He doesn't do
Robin.
anything original anymore. Hasn't for many, many years. And we call him out on it every day, and he just sits there and takes it. Anyway, good morning, Bill Burr. How are you today?
I am excellent, and how are you?
I'm doing good. Oh, the CD's in?
Yeah, there's nice credits in there, too.
We got credits in the new Stephen Lynch CD?
Nice.
O&A Party Rock? That's pretty cool.
O&A Party Rock.
Let's
the battle
see.
cry.
It says, in the credits, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it says, Ope, Ant, Jim Norton, Ben Sparks. That's why Ben brought this in
Ben
today.
Sparks. I made the credits, though.
Oh, wait, that's our old producer. Never mind. Ben Sparks, Sex Bagel, and the crew at the Opie and Anthony Show, XM Satellite, Channel 202, O&A Party Rock, Steve and all at FoundryMusic.com. Very cool.
You can do coke off the case.
That's very cool.
Yep. You sound like a parrot.
That's what he sounds like.
We got to play more of these clips today there, Nathaniel. Get with the boys and figure out which ones we need to play. But Stephen Lynch has a new CD out. He's going to be on our show in the near future. The Craig Machine is the name of the new Stephen Lynch CD.
Yeah.
He continues just to blow up.
Good stuff.
Blowing up all over the place. We should talk about the gas thing, because we were all, just before we went on the air, we got distracted with the stupid hoo-hoo thing.
Gasoline.
But here in New York City, I guess the average gas price is $2.87 a gallon in Jersey, I guess. I think it's $2.87 a gallon.
I haven't found one where I go for gas under $3. Everywhere I go is $3 or more, and premium and stuff gets into the $3.60s.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Crazy.
You're taking rings off your finger.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Who the fuck is going to the premium tank at this point?
Is there any reason to use premium gas? Haven't they refined it enough where regular is just dandy for your brand new car?
I don't think people don't keep their cars long enough to worry about that premium shit.
No.
I think if you have like a Maserati or something like that.
You think that's it? A Lamborghini, you're pulling in, you need that premium gas for that premium engine? But everything
but I think
else,
when you have a car like that, they like bring the gas to you, because I've never seen.
Yeah,
I've never seen a Rolls Royce. Somebody sitting there.
No, I've never self-serve.
Yeah, fill it up.
Gas. On their Ferrari or their Rolls.
Platinum AMX coming out the window. We don't accept this.
What is this, my friend?
Yeah. This is not strip club. This is a VIP card.
Yeah. So there's a weird thing going on in Jersey today. The average gas price is $2.87. I believe that's what they were saying on the news. All the news crews are at this stupid gas station in Lyndhurst. Where's Lyndhurst, bro?
It's not that far away, actually. It's not that far away from where I live. It's maybe 15 minutes out of the city.
Wow. It's a perfect opportunity for an assault on the media with only days left in the September contest. I'm telling you right now.
When they're going to the gas station story,
right,
there's no problem. New Orleans is completely rebuilt. Everyone's fine and dandy. Their houses are done, all fixed. Everyone moved back in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I already booked our flights for Mardi Gras.
We're all going to Mardi Gras.
Trust me, dude.
Got your beads and everything.
Trust me.
I saw a commercial actually yesterday for the New Orleans people, and the whole vibe was basically, things are still fucked up down here, people. Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
I saw that one, too, yesterday. It's like black and white, and they do like a montage, and they show crying children, people in boats, trying to get out, and it's like, what? What was this? That happened? That happened somewhere?
Yeah, we have,
It's not raining anymore,
Yeah. Fine.
Pick up some sticks,
I went out today. It's dry. It seemed fine.
We all did our part.
Yeah.
Even we did our part. The Opie and Anthony auction ends Friday.
We gave.
And now we got to move on. Hey, that's reality, though.
That's it.
You can get pissed off all you want at us, but that's the reality of the situation. People just move on with their lives and other TV coverage.
Yes.
Anyway, so it's $2.87. So this gas station in Lyndhurst, I guess it's an independent gas station or whatever. It's not part of one of these big chains.
Yeah.
So he's selling his gas for $2.67 a gallon. 20 cents difference, okay? 20-cent difference. A gallon.
All right. Do some math. You got an empty tank holds about 15 gallons in your average car. What is that? 30.
That would be $3, right?
$30. What?
No, you're saving $3.
Yeah, $3
to fill up a 15, gallon tank.
$3 from
$3.
dead empty. Yeah.
But what these people are doing, they're waiting online for a really long time.
Right, because the line's crazy, or they're
Your
circling
car
around.
idling spends like $8 in gas.
Yeah.
If you're waiting to get up there.
Look, we all want to save money, but at times it's just not worth it. And these people are waiting online, and it's getting to the point where other businesses can't do any business because they're blocking, the driveways and parking lots, whatever. So they had to get cops involved. So now cops are giving tickets and shooing. They're doing the old shooing cars away. So what the cars are doing, they're circling the block over and over again until a gas tank opens, a gas pump opens up, and then they pull into the gas station. All to save 20 cents a gallon.
Somebody's going to sue about that.
20 cents, and I don't get it. Why would you go through all that trouble to save $3?
Hey, shit adds up,
Yeah, that's it. Not everybody's a millionaire. You're not really saving either.
You go there
You're
twice,
burning
that's $6.
You're burning it up
That's
sitting in line.
Yeah.
3/4 of a movie ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're idling. You're driving
That's
around
a
the
box
block.
of goobers right there.
Just the inconvenience of going out of the way, waiting on a gas line.
I can understand saving $20, $30, $100. That's cool shit. But saving $3 to go through all that hassle, most of the people are driving, out of the way just to get to the gas station.
Yeah, pack a lunch and spend $3 a gallon.
Right. And I was telling Bill and Anthony just before the show, at the end of my dad's life, our relationship came down to like eating and talking about where the cheapest gas was to be found.
Was that it?
Oh my God! I mean, there was more to it, obviously, but my dad would always be calling me up, telling me how much he was saving on gas.
On gas.
And telling me where this gas station was, and it would always be out of the way, and it would always be maybe a nickel or a dime cheaper. That was it.
Not even 20 cents. Like a nickel cheaper.
Is it our generation? Because I did this way before I started making real money. I never gave a shit about what the price was at the pump.
Never.
Unless all of a sudden I pulled up to some obscure gas station. It was $12 a gallon. Exaggeration, obviously.
Yeah.
But as long as it was in some kind of range that I understood in my head, I never thought twice about it.
Right.
It's like doing homework. I always felt like, you know what I mean? Like you got to sit there and like compare prices. It's just, what's the closest? What's the easiest?
The most convenient. There is equity in just being convenienced. Not having to go out of the way, having the familiar gas station right there. Maybe it's got a little Quickie Mart. You know what you want to get in there, King Cone or something.
Yeah, plus the ones that sold the cheap gas, you'd always pull in and they would literally have like shrubs growing up through the asphalt. I'm not going in here. Guy probably has water in there.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan's sitting in today.
What's up?
What's happening, man?
I'm sorry I'm late, but I had a... What's up, dude?
Cool.
I wrote a tirade about Carlos Mencia on my website this morning.
I
stayed up all night. I got to my hotel room at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, let me just like sleep for like an hour. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta write this. So I sat down at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had a Red Bull. This was like number 3.
You wrote that this morning?
Pot lollipop.
Wait, what is that lollipop?
It's a pot lollipop.
Pot lollipop.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
What does it get you fucked up?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, if you don't smoke pot, this will put you on fucking Pluto. You'll be like pinned to Pluto, spinning around in space.
This is going to be the best show of the week. It is 7:17, and I am guaranteeing this is the best radio show of the week.
This is why I stayed up. I got an email the other day from this guy in Tucson.
Shows up with a Red Bull and a pot lollipop.
Yeah.
Fuck it, bitch.
I guess
you got to roll.
I guess we just wrap up the whole gas talk.
What are you talking about? Gas?
Well,
it's expensive. Let's move on.
No, really fast. Really fast. There's some dumb gas station in Jersey that's selling it for $2.67 instead of $2.87, and people are losing their minds over it. So,
wow.
And the news has to do a ton of coverage on it, and we're thinking of we're going to probably attack the live TV crews today down there. We'll see. I guess that's it.
Go get them.
We'll get back to that some other day.
It's funny, you knew to drop it, yet you still went back into it like there was going to be something.
I'm a radio guy. I got to wrap it up a little bit. Just wrap it up.
Gotta make it tidy.
And acknowledge it like, okay, we're going to take that and we'll put it over here. Because, look, all the phones are going crazy. Like, yeah, let's talk about gas for 20 minutes.
Why people need premium. I got to talk to Eric in Colorado.
All right.
Eric Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Quickly, why do you need premium gas?
All 3 of my cars require premium unleaded.
What is that? What car?
I've got a 2001 Audi with a twin-turbo V6,
guy's
and
just
I've got
bragging.
a 2004 Dodge pickup with a Hemi that's a high-performance upgrades on it, and anything less than 91, which here in Colorado is 91 octane,
Yeah.
they run like shit.
Really? What, your turbos?
Yeah.
So all your turbo vehicles need the premium?
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
good.
We've tried running
Like I said,
the lower...
no one needs
Yeah.
premium.
Yeah, well, we've tried running the lower grade, and the cars don't run worth a shit.
All right. You don't do the premium gas, do you, Joe?
Yeah.
You do?
I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't care.
I
He
don't
don't
pay
care.
attention.
Clear the phone lines. Joe Rogan's got some shit to get off his.
All right, so this is what happened.
Go
I
ahead.
get this email the other day from this guy who's a radio DJ in Tucson.
Ouch.
Who says that Carlos Mencia was talking shit about me on the radio. Do I want to listen to it? I say, okay. So he sends me the audio file. And it's Carlos basically saying that he came to the Comedy Store and that he went on after me and that everyone in the Comedy Store calls him the Punisher. Like, he's completely out of his fucking mind. And that the only reason why everybody says he steals jokes is because they're jealous. Which is insane, because have you ever heard anybody saying that Chris Rock steals jokes or Dave Chappelle steals jokes? No, but they're more jealous of Carlos Mencia than Chris Rock. All right, here's the problem with this guy. He lives in such a shallow glass house. Carlos Mencia claims to be Mexican. His name isn't even really Carlos Mencia. That's a fake name. His real ethnicity is he's half German and half Honduran. And his real name is Ned Holness. This is real.
Wow.
This is all real. Mitzi
I
Shore
didn't know that.
invented the name Carlos Mencia to ingratiate him with the Latino community of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So this fucking
His name is
retard...
Ned?
Yeah, his name is Ned. Yeah. He's got a fake name. I mean, this guy's so fucking stupid. His whole reasoning for why people call him a thief is that they're jealous. They're jealous of him. This fake fucking Mexican living this fake life, stealing people's material. All right, so what he says is basically that...
I got the audio, by the way, if you want to go through it.
What, him on stage?
Yeah, no.
Oh, of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You want to do that or what? It's short
We
clips.
can. Sure, we can go on. But what's even better is what I did is I put the audio on my website, and I hired a personal cameraman. So my cameraman happened to be there the day Carlos claims that I was watching him from the stage, and instead what we have is me on stage and him watching me, pacing around the room, watching me. The guy imitates everyone, including me, all the time. He steals from everyone, whether it's George Lopez or Paul Mooney or old Richard Pryor albums. The guy's a fucking idiot. And all he does is rehash other people's shit or rewrite other people's shit. You know, you do a joke about going to the fucking zoo, whatever it is. And if it kills, he'll do a joke about going to the zoo and just rewrite your shit. He's a weak-minded fucking simpleton, and he doesn't know that people know he's a weak-minded simpleton.
Wouldn't it be great to be able to like hear this shit and then go like, fucking Rogan, I'm gonna kick his ass. But Rogan's such a fucking animal. You can't kick his ass.
Well, I mean, why would you want to kick my ass? Because I'm telling the truth? That's the crazy thing. I'm not running around saying that great comedians are shitheads. I love comedy, and that's the whole point. The thing that I wrote on my website, joerogan.net, the whole thing I wrote this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning with no sleep, is that I'm a huge fan of comedy. To this day, still am, always will be. You know, if I'm at the Comedy Store and Chris Rock shows up, dude, I'm the first person who wants to sit down. I want to watch great comedy. I love it. I love somebody who's got a unique point of view. I love somebody who comes up with some new shit that they crafted. I know this guy sat down on his computer and wrote this all out and tried it on stage in 15 different comedy clubs, and then boom, there it is. You're like, whoa. Like, I remember when Rock was at the Comedy Store and he was working out his Oscar shit. Dude, like me and like 10 other guys sat in the back of the room fucking howling, loving it. Love comedy. Hate fucking thieves. That's all it is. I hate fucking thieves. Does it fucking infuriate you?
I know I don't know Ned.
Just call him the phony Mexican or Carlos Mencia. That's what we call him.
What he's talking about, like, the most brutal thief isn't the guy who just takes your whole joke it's almost like Mad Libs. Like they'll just like say he's saying you go to the zoo and you got a bit about a gorilla. He makes it an orangutan. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. He was taking
Dane
a
Cook
shit.
did that to
he
me.
was taking a dump.
Dane
blah,
Cook
blah,
did
blah.
that to me. He did it on Premium Blend. He did my joke about fucking tigers. He did it with rhinos. Genius. Fucking genius. You know, there's so much of that shit going on. It's fucking insane.
It happens in radio all the time, too.
Of course it does.
But the new thing in radio is like, everyone steals from everyone, so it's okay.
Fuck that it is. You know, I love when you guys do something, you credit people. That's the way to do it. And that other douchebag that was, you know, doing your shit on Channel 152 that you guys were torturing for a few days.
Jim Phillips?
Yeah, that
How
fucking
good.
idiot. That was awesome.
That was fun, wasn't
beautiful.
it?
That was one of the last shows I listened to before I got a new car, and I have to get XM in my new
Joe,
car.
you ever have somebody come up to you, right? You just did your set, you killed, some bit just killed, and somebody comes up to you and is like, yeah, you know, I used to do some shit like that.
And you know they're lying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a bit like that, but it's a little different. You don't have to worry about it. You can still do it. You can still do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, they give you permission to do your own.
Weak-minded cocksucker.
You know the best one I ever got? I had a guy actually say, you know what, I was thinking of doing some shit like that.
That's funny.
It's just like, after I said it?
And then, coincidentally, they bring back their old material that they
It's
never
so
did in the
brutal.
first place because they now set it up
And
by
what's-
saying that they used to do that material.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And what's really brutal is comedy clubs don't do anything about it, man. I mean, it's just the most frustrating thing in the world for a comic to know that your art, what you do, what you put out, is supporting this club, keeping it together. But these people like fucking cannibals, and they hire these scumbags, these fucking thieves, these just fucking simpleton cocksuckers who can't come up with anything. These weak-minded motherfuckers who just rehash your shit. And these comedy clubs hire them, and they expect you to all work it out. They expect. I've actually heard that argument. Hey, you guys got to work that out with yourself. You fucking know he's a thief. You fucking know. No one calls someone a thief that's not a thief. There's not one person I've ever heard called a thief that's not a thief. Have you? Have you ever heard one person called a thief that's not a thief? It doesn't exist. There's thieves and there's regular comedians, but those thieves, they fucking make it through. They sneak through the net somehow or another because the comics don't do anything about it, because the club owners don't do anything about it. These motherfuckers, they swim upstream and they make it.
Yeah.
And they have millions of dollars and they drive in fucking fancy cars and everybody goes, well, you're just fucking jealous. And you're just sitting there going, holy shit. Holy shit. Is this for real? Is this for real?
I guess in comedy it's just completely accepted.
It's not. These people are fucking pussies. They're afraid. They're afraid of conflict. They're afraid of standing up.
It's less accepted in comedy than radio, definitely, because these guys are always bitching behind the scenes.
Yeah, but they're bitching behind the scenes. But then, like you said, the comedy clubs don't do anything.
Well,
the comedy clubs, the comic is probably the last priority in the comedy club. Like, it's just get someone in there that's going to make these people fucking pay.
Right.
And that's pretty much their priority.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care about the comics or the fucking, like, they're supposed to be some kind of ethics or some kind of, you know, you guys are supposed to work things out.
Yeah, we're supposed
How
to
many
work it
asses
out.
are in the seats? How many asses are you putting in those seats?
That's it. How many asses are in
Well,
the
let's
seats?
play this audio because now everyone
Sure,
is very
sure,
interested
sure.
in what Carlos Mencia had to say.
And you can go to
on
my
the Frank
website.
Show.
It's all up, along with the video that my cameraman got of Carlos watching me in the back of the room, all that shit.
And if you ask nicely, he'll tell you how to get the pot lollipops.
You got to get a prescription.
A prescription?
Yeah, I have a prescription for
Are you
medical marijuana.
shitting me? They
No.
are prescription
I went
lollipops.
to a doctor. I said I have headaches. He said, when do you have headaches? I said, whenever I think about the fact that pot's illegal. And they just fucking write you out a piece of paper, and you go to a cannabis club, and you can buy weed. And
A cannabis club?
Dude, I have pot soda. I have pot lollipops. If you just were locked in my house, you could get high for 6 months. You would never have to leave.
I've never seen those at a pharmacy, though.
No, they don't exist at pharmacies.
How do you get a prescription? Will you take a prescription to a dealer?
I'm gonna be there's fuck, I forgot where it's playing. Shit, it's at my it's on my laptop. There's the Stony Awards are in New York City Wednesday night, and Fear Factor won for best. It's the High Times Awards.
All right.
Fear Factor won for best reality show, and I won for best reality show host. And so go there, wherever the fuck it is, and people show you how to do it.
I wasn't able to watch Fear Factor for the longest time because I can't fucking stomach the people eating shit. But for some reason now, I've broken through. I don't know what happened. There was like nothing on. I'm flipping around. I see Rogan. I'm like, all right, and it wasn't an eating thing. It was like they're fucking dangling from a chopper waiting for their leg to fall off or something, and Rogan's laughing at them. And I'm watching, and I kind of get into it. I get caught up. And they get to a fucking maggot-eating portion, and now I'm involved in these people in the competition, so I can't just tune away. Because now I saw who won the fucking dangling from the helicopter thing. Yeah. And now I've broken through, and I can watch this. And Joe is just as disgusted as I am watching this shit.
I don't know if he is, though.
He is so disgusted.
He's a good
I've seen
actor,
him
though.
skeeve out at
he's
this
a good
shit.
actor.
I don't act.
It's not
Dude,
the
it
eating
smells
stuff
so
definitely
bad.
disturbs him.
Yeah.
It smells so bad, and it's all real. They're all just really gagging and shit. They have mouthfuls of maggots.
They're eating horse
trying to
assholes.
swallow. Yeah, and I'm like, you can do it. Hang in there.
Shove it in your mouth. Come on, you're almost there. And they're eating horse
smells.
assholes. Big round meat donuts of horse ass.
You gotta eat.
And you're not lying. You're not lying.
8 more. You
got
can do
20
it.
seconds. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh, they're gagging.
and I can't even believe it's
Holy
a fucking
shit.
job.
I know.
I show
It's
up for work
amazing.
every day going, really? Really?
They haven't
All
caught
right.
on to this yet.
Are
All
you-
right, one more.
Are you amazed how long the show's been on now?
I thought it was going to be canceled
It
immediately.
seemed like it
I've
would be
always
like
told you this.
maybe an eight-week run or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
It's been
I
on
thought-
for years
yeah,
now.
6 seasons.
And I thought when
6 seasons.
6 seasons.
This is season 6 we're working on.
I thought when they brought the fucking kids on, and I swear to you that it was a joke. I thought I had switched, maybe Mad TV or something, and I thought it was a joke because I said there is no way they are going to allow children to dangle from helicopters, to fucking fall in the ocean, to eat fucking maggots or something. And there they are, actual little children. With Rogan, just the cheerleader there. Come on, kids. We're going to run you through a combine and then have you spit out the other side.
The crazy thing is it's a huge show with kids.
Yeah.
It's a really big show with families because there's no nudity and there's no violence, which
Yeah.
is rare on television. So the whole family can sit around and watch
I
everybody
saw
gag
one.
on
I
animal
saw
dicks.
one where these little kids had to jump. They're being towed by these boats. There's 3 of these little round rafts, and they had to jump from one to the other and give their father a flag, and then the father had to jump back and put the flag back again. Well, this one kid does a perfect job. He's hanging on to the edge. The father gets the flag. He hits the kid and knocks him clean off the fucking raft so he can win. So he can get, just threw his kid into the water. The boat's doing like 40. He didn't care. Kid's gone. I'm howling. I'm howling. How is this even allowed?
You and me both.
Oh, it's
me
amazing.
sitting on the dock going, whoa. For real?
And then
It's a
the
real
chicks,
job.
they get on there.
Yeah, are you banging those chicks?
Way too many problems with that.
You know,
Yeah, I would gather that would be the wrong thing
reverse
to do.
Paula Abdul.
It's not a good
Yeah, I would guess that would be a bad thing
move.
to do.
Bad
You
move.
can look, though. You can gawk.
Yeah, you
and
can
they don't
gawk.
have enough shots to cut away from you not gawking sometimes.
Gawk openly. Fuck it. Everybody knows I'm a pervert. Good. Film me.
You're going to
Look at
a
that.
reaction shot of some guy just going by in a boat because they don't have any footage of him not looking at her tits.
Someone wants to
good
know
shit,
if you ever threw up there.
Yeah, I threw up once at home. Actually, I never thrown up on the set. One time during the first season, there was this chick who was drinking a mouthful of worms. She was a glass full of worms,
Yeah.
and she got them in her mouth, and she tried to swallow, and she like violent, like a cat, like you know when a cat just pukes up the hair. And it's this violent noise, and she couldn't touch it with her hands, so she's like scooping it up with the glass,
man.
and she gets it back in her mouth again. Her hand is fucking shaking, and she's sweating, and tears are coming out of her mouth, and she's gagging. I'm at home, I just put my finger over my mouth. It's running down my hand. I ran into the sink, just chucked my burrito all over the sink.
Oh my God.
My girlfriend is laughing her fucking ass off. She was just crying.
One of the worst things.
Joe comes out. How was your day at work? Oh, they have this.
Well, it was on television.
Projectile vomits.
Watching it live didn't do it to me, but watching it on television with the close-ups and the music,
Yeah.
like every time
Yep.
it's like they're like gagging the music, I'm like no.
The worst is when those maggots are put in the fucking blender. and pureed into this white nastiness, this yellow pus-like consistency with just maggot shell all mixed in, and they have to drink this. The smell,
I would rather do that than actually have them alive in my mouth.
Really?
Crawling around. I've never seen the maggot.
When they have to transfer it from one thing to another.
Oh, that's nothing.
The big mouthful.
Mouthfuls are nothing because you spit it out, you hold it in, you spit it out. It's the swallowing. That's the hard part.
And then the meat byproducts that you guys come up with the horse's ass and the other thing.
Can't
watching
do horse
people
anymore.
eat that.
Can't do horse
really?
anymore.
Why is
Too many
that?
people complained.
Really?
Too many horse lovers complained.
Oh my God, PETA.
Yeah, no, horse lovers.
Well, PETA must just hate the show anyway.
You know what was really funny, very ironic, was Wendy's was a big complainer. They complained and they suggested that we never do that again. Meanwhile, they kill like a fucking 100 million cows a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that insane? Like, don't kill the horses.
Don't kill the horses.
We don't even kill them. I mean, we
just find the
people
parts.
eat horses. It's a common
and
thing.
a lot of the horses used for other things. And I'm sure the stuff that you're using for them to eat
the hell's
is supposed to be used
horses?
for other stuff.
I don't know, man. Wasn't that an episode
Not
of
in
All
this
in the
country,
Family?
right?
Wasn't that an episode of All in the Family? Edith served Archie some horse.
Right,
and it was cheaper than steak, and he enjoyed it. It was like a lot of guilt involved.
And it was all Meathead making horse jokes as he was eating it.
Yeah, sure. All right, should we play the audio?
Sure.
Let's expose this motherfucker.
Well, I want to hear what this is all about. Carl Smitsy on the Frank Show in Arizona there.
So what were you going to ask me that you got interested in?
We were talking about your website, and you said there's like hate mail and stuff on there.
Oh, I get great hate mail.
What? What's it about? In regards to what?
Great hate mail. Well, I got a flood recently because somebody went on Joe Rogan's website and asked him about me, and then he said that the Force was weak with me, basically saying that I'm not, all that.
What does that mean? The Force?
The Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Force is weak with him.
What is he trying to say?
Whatever. That I suck. And so then he put a link to my website, so a bunch of his fans came on the website and just put a bunch of hate mail on there. And I had to school him because I've been doing comedy longer than him.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anybody took anybody's style, it wouldn't be me, him. It would be him, me.
Right.
Because I was the one with HBO specials in 1994. Right. Nobody knew who Joe Rogan was in 94.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, and Loco Slam in 93. Nobody knew who he was. And Comedy Compadres in 92.
By the way,
pause it real
quick. Totally different style back then than he has now, by the way.
Yeah.
Totally different style. Different. Much more the Latino angle, much different, much influenced now by a bunch of other people, including me. All right, go ahead.
And Comedy Compadres in 92, and Star Search in 91.
Star Search!
Star Search champion in 91. Thank you very much. Yes.
4 stars from the judges?
So I'm just saying, hey, I won. That's all that matters, Whitey. Why you gotta bring a beater down, dude? Why you gotta bring me?
Did you get 3.5 stars?
Hey, I got the championship, bitch. How about that? Why you gotta, technicalities.
Even if no one showed up, he still won.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's the first clip.
That's the first clip.
Comment?
Okay. Well, whatever. That's you won Star Search. Holy shit! Didn't Sinbad win Star Search? Does that really fucking mean anything? Here's the point. He's trying to justify what everybody knows. That he's a thief and that he's a hack, and he's upset at me. I didn't put the link on his site. A bunch of people found his show to be very derivative, and they were on my message board, and they were talking about how much he sounds like me. And they asked me about him. I didn't want to deal with it. What do you think about Carlos? Blah, blah. I just wrote, the Force is weak with him. I'm being fucking nice. That's all I was doing. I was being nice. By saying the Force is weak with him, that is nice compared to what this guy really is. He's a fucking thief. That's all it is. All right, so I'm just trying to avoid some bullshit. I don't want to deal with it, man. Whatever. I'm in the middle of 50,000 fucking things. I write that. I type that out. What's that? And then apparently that was it. Well, I fucking heard enough. So he goes on this show. This guy's living in the thinnest walled glass house in the history of the fucking comedy world. Ever. I mean, this guy's got a fake fucking name, a fake ethnicity, and he's a joke thief. There's nothing genuine about him. And yet this dumb motherfucker thinks he's going to get on the air in Tucson, and I'm not going to hear about it. But thank God this guy, Frank, emails me and sends me this. Kudos to that guy. That guy, that's a fucking nice move.
All right, let's go to the next clip here.
So no, but I'm tired of it, dude, because I've been nice to that guy all the time.
Yeah.
And that dude, what happens is we go to the Comedy Store, right, where I haven't been in years.
Right.
And everybody walks around saying Joe Rogan is the man.
Right.
Right? but they're saying that because they haven't seen me.
Right.
So then I go in there and I show them what can be done, and they walk around and go, oh, my God, everything I heard about Carlos is right. That guy is sick. Nope. I mean, I'll walk into the Comedy Store, dude, after legends walk in there.
Right.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning in front of 12 drunk people.
Sure.
And I'll get a standing ovation.
Right.
Because I love that place. I mean, it just... Dude, it's just
Yeah.
And then all the comics walk. That's where I got the nickname The Punisher.
Right.
I got the nickname The Punisher because who was in there? Oh yeah.
Let me make this up real quick. Oh yeah. First of all, nobody calls that guy The Punisher. They call him the Phony Mexican, or they call him Carlos Mencia. That's all anybody calls him. If you go to the Comedy Store, that's what you hear. Oh, dude, the Phony Mexican's here. Or Carlos Mencia's here. And what happens, everybody gets nervous because Carlos sits in the back of the room with a fucking tape recorder and watches people's sets.
I had never heard of The Punisher.
Oh, yeah. Chris Rock was on stage.
All right.
And I was with some buddies, and they were like, man, Chris Rock is unbelievable.
They're all like creaming their pants over Chris Rock.
Yeah. And I went, he's great. He's awesome. And I disappeared. And I told the guys, I want to go on after Chris. So I went on after Chris, and I just destroyed the room.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, all the comics are like, that's the guy. That's the guy, man. He's the one. The Punisher right there.
That is so fucking insane. If you knew the atmosphere of the Comedy Store and how much that guy is loathed, this would be hysterical. When he shows up, everybody goes, ooh. That's what everybody goes, this motherfucker. And a few guys, like, they'll open for him on the road every now and then. It's like, hey, Carlos, what's up? You know, they just want that $120 check every now and then. You know, he's thinking how much Raymond Pride fucking noodles they can buy with it. That's it. There's the only people that talk to him.
Oh, man.
Oh, I get he steals other comics' material.
That we've heard a lot.
Yes.
Put these rumors to rest.
Well, we get comics that come in here and have made those comments before.
But they make them because they can't explain why I'm funnier than them.
Right.
So whoever said that?
But is that part of Joe Rogan's shtick with you, though? That because didn't Joe out Dennis Leary on Howard Stern and all that?
Hold on, real quick.
I think that...
First of all, I outed Dennis Leary in Playboy magazine, and then I didn't even bring it up.
We talked about that.
Someone called it up when I was on Howard. Yeah. Someone called in, and they brought it up, and I said, okay, here's what happened. And I always tell everybody that I was a Dennis Leary fan. When I first started out doing comedy in Boston, I remember the first time I saw Leary, I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking awesome. This guy's really funny. And then I saw Hicks, and I was like, okay, what the fuck's going on? These guys are doing the same shit. And then I talked to all the comics in Boston, all the old school comics, and they all said Leary's a thief. And I was like, whoa. I was like, well, why are they hiring him? Well, that's just the way it goes. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. And you know what? No one ever wanted to listen to someone who nobody knew who the guy was. You know, when I was on news radio, and if I was running around yelling Dennis Leary's a thief, everybody was like, fuck you, who the fuck are you? You know, and then finally, you know, like, people knew who I was, and they asked me when I did this Playboy magazine interview, you know, what do you hate about comedy? What bothers me? I'll tell you what I hate. I hate fucking joke thieves. Do you want to name joke thieves? I said, fuck it, yeah. These are the people that steal. And I started going off about Dennis Leary, about how much it bothered me, and how much it freaked me out that this guy could just take somebody's ideas and rework them and make a career out of it. It's fucking crazy.
Dennis Leary's first album was so similar to the Bill Hicks stuff. It was
same
scary.
material.
It was scary.
But then you look at Locked and Loaded, the last one that he did after Bill died, and it's a fucking steaming pile of shit. It's awful because that's Dennis's real thoughts. That's his real creative material. That's his real shit.
Leary on Howard Stern and all that. I think that's what happened.
See, those guys want to put me down because they got nothing. They got nothing on me.
Yeah.
They got nothing on me.
So then they just throw that out there.
Here's how I could prove it to you. I mean, to anybody. I don't have the time to steal other people's material if I wanted to.
What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does I don't have the time to steal material, but what, you have the time to write material, you fucking asshole? What does that even mean? I don't have the time to steal material. That is the most insane defense I've ever heard in my life. I don't have the time to steal material. Whoa! Whoa! But yet you're sitting in the back of the fucking room every time I'm on stage watching me. My whole fucking set. And I got it on videotape, you cocksucker! And it's on JoeRogan.net, and anybody can watch. Anybody can watch you watching me. And me watching you bomb for about 30 seconds and leaving the room.
Get that up there. I want to see this now.
You can watch it. My cameraman made a whole video Man, a whole video, because, keep playing, I'll explain the whole thing.
Buddy, I don't have the time to steal other people's material if I wanted to.
Right.
Let's just theoretically say that I wanted to steal other people's material. The past 10 years,
Right.
I've been doing the road 50 weeks a year.
Right.
50 weeks a year.
So you don't have time.
I couldn't be in two places at the same time if I wanted to steal your act. I couldn't.
So why are guys
Pause
like
that for a
Joe-
second. I did a one-man show in Aspen, and this is when I hated this motherfucker, and we had words at the Comedy Store, and he knew I hated him, and yet he came in. While I was standing there waiting to go on stage in Aspen at the Comedy Festival, he came into the room and sat down and watched my entire fucking set. He knew I hated him. He knew that he hated me, and yet he came there and he watched, like he does with everybody. He sits and he watches, and he just cherry picks. Just cherry picks ideas. How can I rework that? How can I fit that into my Beaner material? How can I fit that into this? That's what he does.
I wanted to steal your act. I couldn't.
So why are guys like Joe...
And secondly, they can't do my jokes.
So why are they saying that?
Oh, those jokes are so fucking hard to do. Fuck! Black people, fuck! White people, fuck! What's up, white people? Come on, take a joke! Fuck! Those jokes are so fucking hard to do. You fucking craftsman! You goddamn fucking genius! Would you compare white people to Mexicans? That is insane! How do you do that? How do you rework Paul Mooney's material, take out the word nigger, and put in Mexican? That is fucking genius! Where do you come up with these thoughts? Are you taking DMT? Are you lying in an isolation tank? Are you tripping on mushrooms? Where are you getting this creative burst of fucking genius? Please, tell us, oh Punisher. Please, tell us. Hey, you fucked up, asshole. You talked about me on the radio. You gave me, it's open season on phony Mexicans, you fucking piece of shit. Sorry, carry on. That's the pot lollipop talk.
How many more Red Bulls are you going to have this morning? That's all I need to know.
One, dude.
That lollipop's laced with some other shit, too.
Yeah.
The hatred.
The lollipop's almost gone.
You know what? This is 10 years of this kind of hate, man.
Right.
I've watched this guy for 10 years do this shit. 10 years steal from everybody, man.
So why are they saying that? Why are they making these
Because
comments?
that's the only way they feel better about themselves. That's the only way they can explain why I do better than them.
Why aren't they saying it about other comics, though? Why you?
Because those other comics aren't that funny.
Oh, Chris Rock. No, that guy's not that funny. That Dave Chappelle guy, that guy fucking sucks. Dave Attell, what the fuck is that guy funny? Come on, Jim Norton? Who the fuck says that guy's funny?
Bill, comment?
I mean,
step up!
I live out here, man.
Step up!
I've never seen the dude.
It's that East Coast, West Coast thing.
Dude,
right?
no, it's one of those things. Everything he's saying, I've heard time and time again, but, I heard the same shit. Robin Williams, they always say that shit about him, but it's like, I never seen it.
You know what the real problem is?
Yeah, they say Robin Williams is a huge thief.
I'm sure he is. Everybody that I know that have ever seen him back in the day said he was a thief. Steve Pearl, who's a guy who was at the Comedy Store all the time, said Robin stole a bunch of his shit and had to give him checks for it. But you know what? None of Robin's peers ever stepped up. None of Robin's, none of those guys that were like big comics back then ever got on the radio and say, this guy's a piece of shit. No one ever published an article in a magazine. Nobody ever stepped up or wrote a book about it. Nobody ever put an article on their webpage. Nobody ever stopped it. Nobody who had the power to stop it ever stood up because they don't want to distract from their own career. They don't want to, focus on, the possibility they might be jealous of this person. They want to just, do their own shit and just try to hope he doesn't steal from them. Like Jay Leno said, just write faster than they can fucking steal. Write faster. How about kill them and bury them in the fucking woods? Write faster than they can steal?
I'm 5 minutes away from
impossible.
Doing the rest of the show as loud as him.
I'm sorry. Fucking Joe Rogan! Dude,
no, I'm loving the energy. Come
on, let's go! So fucking mad. Because it's happened to me a bunch of times, and you write something, and Bill, you can back me up on this. You know what it's like. You get a bit, and you.
Yes, I do.
Bill Burr doesn't have a network show yet, so.
You come up with an idea, you tweak it, you find the right way to
West
do
Coast,
it.
Man. I don't. You know what I mean? I can't. Well,
but it's not even him. I'm talking about joke thieves in general.
There is a West Coast, East Coast comedy thing going on. So
there's no joke thieves on the East Coast, right?
No, I'm just saying that
cool.
I would trash a guy if the dude stole one of my jokes. I saw him do it. I definitely knew it. I've heard all this shit about Carlos, but my whole career has been out here.
I don't even get half it. I didn't know what a fucking beaner was. That's like when he's like, I know what you're thinking. They finally gave a beaner a show. And my girl looked over at me and she goes, what's a beaner? That's my only thing about him. He does his act like everybody grew up right outside of San Diego.
All right, we got 2 more clips here. They're short.
It's true. You're right, actually, Frank. It was Joe Rogan to Dennis Leary, and Dennis Leary actually came out and called him out on it.
Yeah.
And Joe just cowered.
Why is Joe
hysterical?
You didn't cower.
By the way,
I was following that whole thing.
There's no cowering, dude. From Dennis Leary, was he gonna cough on me? What's gonna happen?
That's an easy one. You could just get all the CDs and see which one was done
there's
first.
No cowering. You know what, man? I
get
came
Bill
out,
Hicks Relentless, and then get Dennis Leary's first album, and you'll see.
And I'm aware of this. Yeah, and I'm aware of this really intimately because the producer of all of Bill's albums is Bill's best friend, Kevin Booth, who's a really good friend of mine. So I got straight information right from Kevin, who told me exactly what Bill was going through, how Bill was freaking out, about how Bill and Dennis were friends in the clubs, and he couldn't fucking believe that Dennis was doing his shit, and Dennis is doing shit that he did on an album, and he's doing his No Cure for Cancer thing. He's like, this is insane. Like, how do I stop this?
Was it just accepted back then?
No, man. Just nobody did anything. Nobody stepped up and said, hey, fuck you. You know, nobody stepped up. Nobody stepped up.
No,
That's what it is.
Once you get to the point, if you're putting asses in the seats,
Yeah.
they don't care.
So it's up to you guys to kind of like police the
Club
thing.
owners don't give a fuck.
But what about you guys policing the thing, making it uncomfortable?
That's what I'm doing
for
right
these guys?
now. That's what I'm doing right now.
Take him to the octagon.
That's what we're doing right now.
Take him to the octagon, Joe.
We're making the phony Mexican uncomfortable right now, and I want everyone to know.
UFC rules. Come on.
But
kick some ass.
You need a lot more of these, your fellow comedians to step up.
Well, absolutely.
You guys got to police your
and
own.
you know what? He fucked up.
Because
if he wasn't talking shit about me, I wouldn't be talking about him right now. We would be talking about whatever.
Well, because we've gone after a bunch of radio shows recently, and their excuse was, everyone steals, so it's okay. And we're finally saying, no, it's not okay. It's just not okay.
It's not. And
I heard Chuck Liddell ripping you off. What are you going to do?
I'm going to hide. Cover my body and curl up in the fetal position, hoping he gets tired of punching me.
Animal.
But if Gilbert Godfrey ripped you off, that would be no problem, right?
That would be a different story. Clearly.
Joe's a tough motherfucker, man.
Leary actually came out and called him out on it.
Yeah.
And Joe just cowered.
Yeah, why is
not
Joe
true.
all of a sudden determined that he's the arbiter of comedy and he's going to put everybody in check? What's up with Joe?
Because I don't know, man. It's insecurities. It's like, look, when I go on stage, okay, this weekend, for example, I'm going on stage with 11 other comics. Okay. We're doing 12,000 seats in L.A., 20,000 seats in San Jose, California.
Right.
All right. So we're doing this huge venue. I'm telling you right now that from a competitive standpoint, I want to be the funniest guy on that stage.
Just like
I want to kick everybody's ass.
It's just like everybody in radio that does morning radio. They want to be the funniest show, the most popular show. Sure.
But at the end of the night, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it's all about putting the effort forth.
I think the force is with you, Carlos. Don't listen to that Joe Rogan.
Wow, that guy's really funny. The guy at the end there was really funny. I like that line.
He did.
Well,
probably got a big laugh in Arizona.
So,
what?
Let's keep going with the clip because at the end of it,
this is the last clip.
Yeah.
You want to hear the greatest story? Here's the greatest story. Here's the greatest run-up story to that.
All right.
Joe was on stage 2 Fridays ago, and then I went on after him.
Oh, boy.
And he got off stage, and he was just like watching me, pacing, and I could see him like look in the back of the room, and then I'd get a huge laugh, and he'd walk out, then he'd come back and get a huge laugh, then he'd walk out, and then I got off stage and I left. And the next day, I got a phone call from some of the comedians, and they're like, "Dude, we don't know if we fixed it, but we made him admit it." And then,
listen to how full of shit that sounds. I mean, if you're someone who knows how to read people when they're lying and making things up, just replay just that. We made him admit it. Listen to this.
All right, hold on. I gotta do a little something here.
But we made him admit it.
And then, what the fuck are you talking
You're a
about?
psychologist too. I
They
love
made him admit it. They made him admit it. What?
Admit.
Yeah. Well,
what?
he'll play it again.
Oh, I will.
No, I mean he'll say it again. He'll say what it is.
They're like, "Dude, we don't know if we fixed it, but we made him admit it." And then
made him admit what?
Right, so here's what they did. They sat. He was talking smack about me, and they said, "Dude, you can say whatever you want about him, but you know what? He doesn't steal people's material. He's great. And you know what?
Right.
He kills. And you have to admit that. You can say you hate him, you say you don't like him, but you have to admit that he kills. And he was like, I will not admit that. And they're like, you have to, dude. You have to admit that he kills. And they're like, we talked to him for an hour, and at the end of an hour, he finally said, all right, I admit it.
All right.
He said, and they quote that he said, fine, he kills. I don't know how he does it. I can't explain it, but he kills. And then they all just walked away, and I was like, yes. I am the Punisher! And then I whacked off.
Now,
the comedy gods shine upon thee.
That's why it gets a standing ovation.
Now, here's the beautiful
did
thing
you hear the
about it.
hole, Anthony?
Yeah,
So
the whole
gross.
added in her.
Yeah, the hole.
Every morning show has to have a hole that absolutely nothing.
But here's the beautiful thing about it. What he's describing,
Yeah.
I actually have a cameraman that follows me around at the Comedy Store because a bunch of my buddies come to the Comedy Store, and a lot of times we're hanging out in the parking lot, some really funny shit happens. And we videotape it, and I edit it, and I put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, my camera guy was there for this night, and he videotaped Carlos watching me, okay, from the back of the room doing exactly what he claims I was doing, pacing around the room, watching me from a bunch of different angles, and then he also videotaped me afterwards going, dude, I just don't, he's talking about nothing. He's just saying nothing. He's a fucking idiot. Saying that for 1 minute. That's how I talked about him, for 1 minute. That's it. That was the whole thing. We got all of it on videotape. All of it. Including this audio, so we have his audio over the reality. And my camera guy edited it all together with a Mexican song. And it's beautiful.
And it's on JoeRogan.net?
Yeah, you can go watch it. Anybody can watch, along with a guy getting fucked to death by a horse. That's on my website, too.
Oh, we talked about that on the
Isn't
show.
that beautiful?
You got to get your XM back, man.
I know. Well, I got it in my truck. I just got a new car. I haven't.
Is
put it in
that
my
that
car.
video clip of that guy
Getting drilled by the
getting
horse?
saw that too.
where the horse
yeah.
puts it in a little bit,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, that guy's taking a lot of cock. And then the horse goes, and just buries it, and you're
3 feet of horse cock.
I was stunned when he put it in like a foot.
Yeah.
It was like a foot of horse dick.
The guy's holding it back.
Yeah, the guy's like holding it back, like
his
oh,
hand.
just want that much, just that much is cool. And I'm watching and going, oh my God, that guy's taking a foot of horse cock. And then the horse just gets so excited that he goes, ugh, and just drives
balls
3.5 feet of horse dick in
Oh
this
my
guy.
God.
Yeah. And that's it. It's over.
What's the guy?
It's over.
Oh.
Guy just hemorrhaged.
Backing up.
That's it. It's a horse fuck snuff film.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
horse fuck snuff film.
It is.
We weren't brave enough to throw that video up on our sites for some reason.
We're pussies.
Fuck it. I threw that right up there.
JoeRogan.net.
Rogan put
Because
it
a lot
right
of our
up
fans
there.
were looking for the video after
You
we
can get
talked
it.
about it. I got to go back slightly. I met Joe Rogan when we were off the air, and I got just from a personal experience, the guy fucking kills on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And all his shit. I've seen a lot of comedy, man. A lot of comedy, and his shit is so fucking original, it's not even funny. I was blown away. I had no idea that you did comedy, first of all, and I had no idea you were that good at it. And then I met him after he got off stage because, you know, he stood up for us after we got fucked royally by Infinity Broadcasting.
Yeah.
He wrote a whole thing on his website about us. He didn't even know us back then. So I just walked up just to thank him for that, and we kind of hit it off at that
Yeah,
point.
very cool.
Yeah, but just fucking kill. Are you doing comedy in New York while you're here?
No, we're doing this new Fear Factor thing, Fear Factor Home Invasion, where we're showing up at people's houses, making them do Fear Factor shit in their front lawn.
Eat this!
Yeah, we were in Queens last night.
I didn't even sign up for this shit.
No,
Get
they
out of
sign
my
up for
house,
it.
Joe Rogan.
Wait,
They sign up
breaks
for it
in.
in advance.
They don't. Oh, they do.
Yeah, they
I
sign
just
up
want
for it.
Joe
Oh,
breaking
fuck
into
that.
people's houses and making them do shit, or he'll kick their ass.
See, that's the angle. You just show up unexpected. Some old grandma from Queens.
Why are you
Make
touching
her
me?
eat some shit, man.
Stop it! Why? I won't eat the horse
They
ass.
take away her walker.
You could probably
Come on,
do that.
sprint to the mailbox. Stop breaking your hip.
All of a sudden, you make her bungee jump from a helicopter.
Holding a welfare check in front of her. Come on.
At this point, they're just trying to come up with something fresh to keep it alive.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's just thinking about their mortgage. Like,
Right on,
we're
man.
gonna
That's-
keep that
You-
fucking thing moving.
There are a couple of things that I watch on there that are just amazing. Your fucking helicopter pilots are they all just these Vietnam weirdos? Because I've never seen helicopters flown in civilian life like that in my life. There should be rockets being shot at huts out of these fucking things. They're right off the water. They're right off the fucking water. They're turning at like 80 degrees. Rotors are just like skimming in the drink. They're just like stunt guys.
What's really scary is sometimes they have two.
Yeah.
And the blades are like this.
Yeah.
Like,
right next to each other.
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
Amazing.
Who goes up and who goes down?
So
amazing.
scary.
I'd love to see that pitch meeting, though. In
They're phenomenal.
the 6th season. All right, maggots. We did that. Horse's ass. Did that.
I got the horse's ass. Blood. The blood's
Octopus
great.
twat. No, we did that. You got like nothing left.
Octopus twat.
Yeah, are you guys running out of shit to eat or what?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have zero to do with it. I just show up and go, what I gotta do?
What is this they're eating today?
Usually I show up so fucking high that I can't even read the script. Usually I show up so high that I get confused at the word. I like look at the words and I go, wow, isn't it weird that like we all agree that an H is a huh sound? And I start freaking out. And then I have to like drink like 5 Red Bulls to fucking level myself off. But that's the only way I can do the show now. I have to be baked. If I'm not baked, I just can't deal with it. It's just a monotony. And I'm number one.
Are you baked on camera ever?
Always. Almost always. If you watch that show, I am high as giraffe pussy like 90% of the time. It's just not fun if I'm not high. If I'm high, it's great. It's a lot of fun. And if I'm not high, I just plow through, get the check.
All right, let's go to George. George in Tennessee. George, what's up?
Wow.
Hey.
Hey, man.
We're hanging with Joe Rogan today. What do you got?
Oh, yeah. I'm only 18, but I mean, I've watched guys like Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Cosby, and it's like fucking crazy just to see Larry the Cable Guy go out there and sell millions of records or whatever in fucking 5 minutes, stealing everybody else's shit.
He does other people's shit? I've never heard that before. Have you ever heard that before about Larry the Cable Guy?
I'm an East Coast comic.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys are bringing up dudes like, you know.
You guys ever heard of that?
George the vacuum guy? Huh?
I've
heard this Beaner guy? No, I haven't heard of these fucking guys. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I mean, we had Larry the Cable Guy on. He killed for us, and I didn't recognize any of that material.
I saw Larry live in Montreal. That was the only time I saw him. It was like 6 or 7 years ago or something like that. And I saw original material, and I thought he was pretty funny, and he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, I don't know those fucking Southern guys.
I
like
what did you?
He's gone.
He's gone?
Let's say hi to Steve in Philly. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, hey, I have a good question for Joe.
Okay.
What happened to that guy that bobbing for rings in the blood?
Oh, that crazy dude? Nothing.
Yeah.
No, he always wanted to come back and do the show again, but they never let him. But yeah, that guy was nuts, man.
What was the story about again?
We had this stunt where this guy was the last guy, okay, and this guy was really like he was like one of those Tony Robbins dudes who like was like all positive thinking, and he was talking about I have my goals,
yeah,
I write my goals down,
okay.
and this guy was talking to himself in the side view mirror of a truck. I'll never forget this because I remember sitting there watching this guy talk to himself in the side view mirror. You are a winner. You can do this. And I'm sitting there watching. And I go, whoa, this guy's not that stable. And then I started thinking about it, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, who's monitoring this? Who's making sure that these guys are okay? And so then we're doing the stunt, and this guy goes to do the stunt, and he panics. He gets his head in the blood, and he starts yelling, ah! He starts freaking out, and he's running out of time, and he's not doing the stunt. He starts hitting the fucking blood and screaming.
Yeah, and blood's going all over the place.
And I'm looking around, I'm going, okay, no one's here to protect me. This motherfucker comes out, and he's a big guy. He's like a big football player. He's like, 220 pounds, big yoked up dude, and I'm like, oh shit. What am I going to do if this guy just freaks out and comes after me? Because that's a very real possibility.
It's like doing the third show with Dangerfields. Just no fucking
Or prom
security.
shows. You ever do the prom shows?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 5 shows in a night, 6 shows in a night?
Yeah.
You would probably know the...
You got a 410 spot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are the best.
You would probably know the Chuck Liddell story about something happened in a bar. Some guy punched him. Who was talking about that? We had him on the show the other day. God, was it one of the...
Oh, who the hell?
Yeah, I don't remember. But there was some story about Chuck being in a bar, and some guy just wanted to see if he could knock him out, ran up to him and punched him in the gut.
That's
and
probably not true.
I wouldn't think it would be
I would have
true
heard
either.
I would have heard it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
definitely
what
would have heard
assumed.
that. I mean, maybe not. Maybe Chuck just said, fucking didn't really hurt.
And what
he never told anybody.
lunatic would run up to that guy
You'd be
and hit him?
amazed, man. I mean, didn't you hear the stories about, like, Mike Tyson used to always talk about how guys would come up to him and test him when he was the champ. There's crazy people out there,
Kind
man.
of
Can
nuts.
you imagine? What's wrong with you?
There's some crazy
lunatic.
people out there, man. Never second guess. There's always people crazy enough to pull off anything.
Who do you think is out there that's could take Chuck down?
There's not too many guys. I
Yeah.
mean, look, he's lost before, but he's avenged 2 of his losses.
Yeah.
And the only guy that he hasn't beaten that he lost to was Quentin Jackson. And that guy fights for the Japanese organization Pride. Only other contender, there's 2 other contenders, and a guy named Shogun, who is out of Brazil, and a guy named Vanderlei Silva. Those are the other 2, maybe Ricardo Arona. But there's not a whole lot of guys that they're going to beat that guy.
I noticed Ultimate
phenomenal.
Fighting kind of changed a little bit. Like, at first it was you would get a kickboxer against, like, a grappler, and their 2 styles against each other, and
Right.
that's pretty much all they knew. Now everyone seems to kind of know a little bit of everything. And I guess you have to survive.
Yeah, I mean, some guys. I mean, still, some guys are so good at what they do that they can. Like Chuck, almost never goes to the ground because he's a really
he tries
good wrestler.
to avoid being taken down to the ground. Right?
And he has a ground game. He does have a. He's very good on the
That's
ground.
what I'm saying. You have to have now a ground. You can't just be a stand-up boxer now or kickboxer.
Right.
Because you get on the ground. With a grappler, or something, it was over. It was done. You were fucking cooked.
Yeah, not anymore.
Now a lot of these guys kind of know a little bit about everything.
Everyone knows at least submission defense. They at
Yeah.
least know submission defense. And a lot of these guys, a lot of the really, really tough guys to beat are the wrestlers who just avoid being taken down, and they learn how to strike. They avoid being like Chuck Liddell. He's a great striker, but he's also a great wrestler. So instead of taking you to the ground, which he could do easily, he says, "No, bitch, I'm going to keep you up, and I'm going to fuck you up."
I noticed on the rematch he had with what the hell was his name?
Randy Couture?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept him standing up.
He kept it, like, it looked like he could have fucked that guy's day up. He was laying on the ground. Chuck's over him. The guy was dazed, and he punches him in the face, and then Chuck would back off.
Oh, that's with Jeremy Horn.
Jeremy Horn, that's who it was. Jeremy Horn.
Yeah, because you know what he says. Look, if he go, I mean, the logic is if he goes to the ground, that's Jeremy's advantage. You know, Jeremy can protect himself.
But
he
it
can hold
looked
on,
like to
maybe
me,
submit him.
I don't know shit, but it looked to me
like he
could have fucking punched him 3 more times in the face.
Maybe,
game over.
But Jeremy Horn is such a tough guy, and he's so crafty, and that guy has so much experience that he might be able to weather a storm and submit him. You know, you never know. But if he stands up, Chuck's gonna kill him. And so that's what Chuck.
I'm with Joe on that one.
You gotta fucking watch. It's on Spike now.
It's on Monday night. Monday night on Spike, and then Friday night on pay-per-view.
It's amazing.
Who was that guy who he kicked the dude in the side of the leg, and as he brought his leg back, like he had completely compound, like both.
Oh, his leg was a kickboxing bout. I saw that on the internet.
God.
I don't know who that was.
It looks
but
like it looks like a boot.
Oh, it's
yeah.
insane. I saw
and
it
he just
on the internet.
goes down, and his leg bends, and he falls down.
Just pause for a moment. Look at Donald Trump's wife. Holy fucking shit.
He knocked her
How
up,
did
too.
that motherfucker pull that off?
He knocked her up.
I wonder.
He's a billionaire.
Back to the show.
When you get names on buildings out there,
insane.
Yeah, when you go drive by a building with your
so
name on it.
Hey,
say, look what I do.
Gold-plated skyscraper. Yeah, that's mine.
When you could go and make them look up and see your name.
Yeah.
Insane.
I can't do the Ultimate Fighting thing.
You don't like it? You don't watch it?
It just freaks
Hey,
me
man,
out.
next Friday, if you
great.
guys want to go, it's at Mohegan
And
Sun.
would
I'll hook
love.
you guys up.
Is it Mohegan?
Mohegan Sun, I'll hook you guys
Got
up.
plans for Friday.
Cage side seats.
And would love.
God
I can't.
damn.
I can't handle that. A lot of people ask where
I'd
my
love
line
to go.
is.
I'm
My line is. My
college
line is.
cafeteria.
My line is Ultimate Fighting. When they get into those holes and just start pounding away, and the guy's defenseless.
The refs have gotten much better at jumping in.
Yeah.
When it's still brutal. Don't get me wrong. It's still just fucking brutal. But I remember when the guy was knocked the fuck out, and he would still be getting 5 more elbows to the nose.
That was the early.
Yeah,
the
now
early shows,
the refs jumping in there.
That's when I was watching, and
Yeah.
I just couldn't sit through that.
It's different now. It's different now. Now it's actually much safer than boxing. If a guy gets hit, there's no standing 8 count. There's no chance to regroup. You go down, the guy can climb on top of you and pound you out. You know.
Yeah.
And you take less damage.
And the sport is exploding. I'm hearing.
It's
just
the most
taking off.
exciting sport in the world. I mean,
It really is great to watch.
There's
It's a
nothing
great
more
spectator
exciting
sport.
than guys fighting. I mean, you know that everything is at stake. You know, know, their health, their pride, everything. It's all at stake. They're fucking fighting. Look, if you play basketball and a guy slam dunks a ball on you, you can always say, I can kick that guy's ass.
Yeah.
If a guy kicks your ass, you can't say, well, I can fucking slam dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit. It's the end-all definitive moment of all sports. A guy kicked your ass. That guy beat you. Period.
There also seems to be a lot more respect for the sport by the guys. Respect for each other than in boxing, it just became some kind of
Plus in every other sports, I kicked your ass is just an expression.
Yeah,
right.
This is I kicked your ass.
Literally kicked your ass.
And just like, man, the ass kicking some of these guys take is just brutal.
And everyone watches a fight. We got to tell Joe about the cabbies outside the studio that day.
Oh,
I love fights, man. I
it
saw
doesn't
a great
matter if it's
fight on Sunset Strip the other day.
Street fight.
Oh,
great, right?
I'll pull over anywhere and watch a street fight.
Stop.
Of course. Well, that's what we all did. We're
love
all hanging out this window,
No
5
shame.
stories up, looking at these two cabbies just duking it out on the sidewalk,
Going at each other.
And
They
one-
were such pussies. One guy would jump. One guy would run up to the cab that was still in his car and taunt them and just, you motherfucker, you drive like motherfucker, you. And then the other guy would start getting out of his car, and the little guy would run back to his cab. And the big guy would shut the door again and sit in his cab, and the little guy would run back out, motherfuck you and your mother, you fuck. And the big guy, so they finally square off, and I'm waiting because I'm standing there going, this little guy is just going to get his fucking ass handed to him. And the big guy kind of pushed him around a little bit, and it went back and forth, and nothing came of it. I was so pissed. You want to get in there and throw one just to start it. It was just to, prime the
blue
pump.
balls.
It was
You're
so
fighting
funny.
blue balls.
Yeah, you want to
fun,
see
though,
some action.
Because the one guy was pulling the other guy out of his cab at the end of it.
Yeah. The little guy was.
I don't
real
like
scrappy,
watching
but
a guy get
couldn't
beat
back
up.
it up.
Like if some guy comes after a guy and just kicks his ass.
So
the
many
guy
of those
doesn't wanna
videos
fight.
online now where you can see some guy just get sucker punched.
I don't like that.
And getting kicked in the head while he's still down, like that shit. But a good street
Yeah,
brawl,
a good come
couple
on,
of
come
guys
on, motherfucker.
with some
Yeah,
fucking booze in them,
Yeah.
and they're squaring off. That is some good shit.
It just appeals to your fucking DNA. It's just, it's right there. There it is, man.
That's how you knew that fucking Coliseum was packed on a nightly basis.
And it would be today as well.
It absolutely would be.
Fuck yeah.
Packed out.
Take
guys
Madison Square
scalping out
Garden.
front of that motherfucker to
yeah.
just watch people chop each other up with swords.
Sure. My fighting style is turn of the century. Put them all.
Yeah. Oh, you're like the gentleman Jim Corbett.
Yeah, I'm going back old school, man.
That stands.
It confuses the hell out of them. All right, we got to take a break.
Marcus of Queensberry rules.
Yes.
Was it
No,
called?
that's today. That's
today.
Yeah, the pre-Marcus of Queensberry.
We've been at this
rules.
for an hour without a break, so I got to get another cup of coffee.
Opie's jab is the back of his wrist.
Right.
A knuckle to the nose. You stand like the Fighting Irish guy.
Yes, the Fighting Irish guy. Notre Dame dude.
All right, let me set the scene. Joe Rogan's sitting in with us today. Is there anything you want to accomplish?
I think we already got it out.
We should do
All I
something
wanted
really
was
fucked
the
up today,
Menstelia
though.
thing.
Yeah.
Anything you want, man.
Well, we'll try to figure something out.
Okay.
We got a few more hours with Joe Rogan. He's on his third Red Bull. He's finished
Zero sleep.
And the
Pot
lollipop.
Lollipop.
Can you smoke the stick when you're done? That would be cool, right?
That would be the
Just light
ultimate.
it up.
And you go to JoeRogan.net to see what he wrote about Carlson Mencia.
And to watch a guy get fucked to death by a horse.
Yes, he spent
Right.
all night writing this damn thing. We can't get the video because everyone is slamming your website right now. So I guess people are listening to us today. That's very nice.
Beautiful.
All right. As we go to break, another friend of ours, Stephen Lynch's new CD is out. It's called The Craig Machine. We're going to play Craig Christ here
Nice.
on the Opie and Anthony program.
Everyone knows Jesus, the man who healed the lame. But I am Jesus' brother. Craig is my name. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Lamb. Jesus is the Son of God. But Craig don't give a damn. Because when Craig's in sight, we'll party all damn night. I don't turn water into wine, but into cold Coors Light. I'm not my brother, I know, don't want gun H2O, but I got hydroponic shit that me and Judas grow. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. I'm Salome. Jesus' friends are called apostles. Those dudes are deadly gay. Jesus performs miracles from Galilee to Rome. But it would be a miracle if they brought a fucking lady home. Because while Jesus is praying, fucking Craig is laying. Every lady in the Testament, you know what I'm saying. I won't die for your sin like my famous kin. But if you got a little sister, then there's room at this inn. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig Christ. Jesus was our mother's babe. All her love to him she gave. But there's no sibling rivalry when it's nailed to that tree. Yeah. And now the question for you is not what would Jesus do, but where will you be when the Craig machine comes partying through? And if the Lord would allow, you got to ask yourself how and who and why and when and where is your Messiah now? It's fucking Craig. Fucking Craig. Fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. Craig Christ. Craig Christ. Craig Christ. I'm fucking Craig.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
We got to get Wheelchair Fred on the phone.
Yeah, we really do.
Wheelchair
He's getting
Fred.
all upset. This guy was in a motorcycle accident years and years and years ago. Really racked up his legs bad. Didn't hurt his spine, so he's not paralyzed. But his legs got so messed up, he didn't have health care coverage, so they massacred putting it back together. He ended up in a wheelchair. He's not paralyzed, but he ended up in a wheelchair.
But his legs don't work.
His legs don't work. And his voice box got crushed, so he talks like that. And he sounds retarded, but he's got all his wits about him.
Fred?
Yeah, you want me?
What?
I can tell you one thing. In the back door, I liked it.
You liked it in the back door?
Liked it in the back door.
Yeah, but I see the light. No more guys for me.
Oh, no more guys for you, huh?
Yeah.
I'll stick to the dildo.
And you're stuck with the dildo, right?
You guys.
I really think you need to show people out there your plight and how desperate you really are and what you have to do to get satisfaction. And I think that might help your life.
How would he do that?
I'm thinking, he might want to give us a little demonstration today.
Fred, why don't you roll into the bathroom and get your dildo?
No, thanks. I've got more class than that.
A little more class than that. He took one in the ass from a guy he met at the deli. Let us know what you're doing, Fred.
It's all lubed up.
It's all lubed up. All right, Fred. Well, you know what to do with it now, so go ahead.
Explain what you're doing, Fred.
Well, we got it up my butt now.
You got it up there, Fred?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It's getting sting out of the bed.
He has his voice changed.
His voice changed. Your voice got higher, Fred. What happened?
Oh, well, I can sing now.
His voice got higher. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
This is horrible.
We'll do the silent game to him. So, Fred, how's it going in there?
Oh, marvelous. I'm picking up speed nice and fast. Make it count. Oh, mercy, I've got enough to lose. I need a girl to transform me. Are you there? Are you guys there? For God's sake, say something. Well, just check it out. It's all full of shit. So, ladies, come on down and do me. For God's sake, do me. Okay, I don't know how you guys are. Later, I'm gonna go now.
Oh my God!
Wow. Oh Jesus!
Anybody else have a hard on?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
This just in. Carlos Mencia has been booked on the Opie and Anthony show next week.
Yikes. Yikes.
Is that true, Ben? Why don't you tell Joe Rogan to his face that you just booked the enemy?
Oh, that's not the Don't do that, man.
Listen, dude, it's going to be beautiful.
I'm just putting him in
I don't even have to be
Joe's going to choke Ben out.
Yeah.
No, next break.
Listen, I've done my work, and let him come in here, and his pale words will fall out his mouth like dry bricks and just crumple.
This is kind of like a Tupac Biggie thing.
Yeah.
But you're both you guys are West Coast though.
You know, it's nothing like that. This is a joke thief and a comedian.
We got to get you a nickname though now.
Really?
Yeah,
the Punisher versus
the Punisher! Fuck! White people!
Wow. All right, let's try to get a name for Joe. All right. I don't even know what to do next because that was amazing on radio. We just got to regroup a little bit.
You know what, man? It's been coming a long time, and this stupid fuck, it didn't even have to happen. It wouldn't have happened if he didn't talk about me on this radio show. If he didn't talk about me on that Tucson radio show, which he probably thought I would never hear. You know, he didn't talk about me on Opie and Anthony. He talked about me on something he thought I would never hear in fucking Tucson. And that guy, you know, thank God he had some balls, and he fucking emailed me that clip. You know, that was it. He started it. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
He launched the first Scud missile, and I just dropped a fucking nuclear bomb on his head.
All right, well, you know.
Which is an easy target. It's rather large.
Fuck!
I'm sure you've realized by now.
I had to throw something in. I got nothing.
Lobbing
you guys
something
are just bringing up these obscure. What about Larry the Cable Guy, huh, Bill? You ever hear that fishing story joke before?
Get her done.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got a lot of
these guys.
We got a lot of instant feedback coming in.
I used to say, like, finish it up. And I think he fucking, you know, get her done. Bastard.
We got a lot of instant feedback coming in. I got to get through some of these. Chubsy from Jersey. I didn't know Joe Rogan was a comic. I thought he was just a game show host. Fucking bipolar Bob Barker. Chris from Boston. Hey, guys, give Joe a golden ticket. Yeah, we're going to save a few more shows from regular radio. We already discussed that with you. You should be doing a show in XM.
No, I would love to. It's just, you know what, man? When I did the Man Show, when I did Fear Factor and the Man Show at the same time, I had no fucking life, and I hated it, and it killed me. And I'm so terrified of being greedy again. Because that's what I did in the first one. I got greedy. I'm like, I can work 7 days a week. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude,
so we shouldn't take our TV meeting today?
Listen.
We got a TV meeting today.
You know what? I don't know. You do what you got to do.
We'll see what
to
they
me,
have to say.
It killed me, man.
But Ann and I are already like, yeah, whatever. We've been through this a million fucking times. Everyone has a great idea to bring us to TV, and it never pans out.
Yeah, it's a show called Fright Factory. We're doing, you know, people going to be eating like horse asses.
That's the difference between me and other. I'll tell you, please rip my show off.
Just please rip it off.
I don't care.
It seems like you're looking forward to the day they actually cancel you.
You know what? Because I'm looking forward to the day where they won't let me be a whore anymore. That's what it is. It's like if they keep paying me, I have to keep doing it. It's too much fucking money. I just stop and I think about it. I go, how much? And that's for 3 days. Fuck it, I got to keep doing it. And my manager will go, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, fucking, let's just keep doing it.
Yeah,
Just keep
go.
going.
Another, just keep going.
And I'm not saying that I'm not thankful, and don't get me wrong. You should be thankful. I am grateful, but realistically, I mean, how many times can you watch someone gag on animal cock, before you just don't feel creatively fulfilled anymore? And how much money do you have to stockpile? It becomes that like, how much do I need if I want to live like a fucking pimp for the rest of my life? How much more do I need?
Just a little more.
Just
It's
a little
always
more.
just a little more.
Tastes just get higher and
Yeah.
higher, and I have a big giant Scarface house now. Dude, people come over my house and they just go, "What the fuck?" My living room seriously is like a fucking museum. It's enormous. It's like 3,000 square feet with marble flooring and a big spiral marble staircase, and I have all this art from Asia, all these carved Thai Buddhas, and all this crazy shit that's just worth shitloads of money. And I can just buy it. I can just go buy it. I go, give me that.
Look
Give
at
me
it and
this.
go, all from fucking people eating horse cock.
That's his business stuff. That'll get you 3,000 square feet.
Right.
Business.
What are
That's
we
his
doing
business.
wrong, Anthony?
That's
God
his business.
damn.
It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. But you know what, man? Fuck it. I use it as almost like a little exercise. Like a lot of people, like Buddhism, like they think that you're supposed to not use material goods and not have sex because those things can possess you. But I've taken the exact opposite, and I think you just need to make so much fucking money that objects don't mean anything anymore.
Right.
Because you can just go get them. They don't mean anything. Everything in the store is free. You want to go to the store, you can just, what do you want on TV? You just go get that. You give me
When nothing
plastic,
is special
write that
anymore,
down.
and nothing is wanted,
it's
you
still
yearn
fun.
for nothing,
Exactly.
then you can truly
Be
start
free.
looking into yourself.
Yes, for real.
Right.
And with sex, the same thing with sex. I had this argument with a monk. I had this argument with a monk where he was talking to me. I did this thing on the Man Show. It was really interesting where I pretended that I was looking for a religion.
I'd
and
love
so
to
I
see
went
you
to
argue
talk
with a monk.
I did.
What the fuck you
No.
talking about?
I'm rational, man. I slowly, rationally talk. I said, no, why do you masturbate? He's like, no. I go, what do you do with those urges? Like, I don't do anything. I said, you don't ever have sex in it. No, because if you have sex controls you.
It's tying
I go,
up your mind.
What if you get so much pussy that it's no big deal? You can just get some pussy, You just go get sex. And then it's no big deal. Then it's just a part of life. Then it's just a natural human process.
Mhm.
Like, what about that? And he's like, no, it possesses you. I go, does it? Or are you just too fucking weak to handle it? Because that's what I think it is. I think most people, and that's the cop-out. The cop-out
Then he
is
said,
they don't take it at all.
motherfucker, and they started duking it out, a monk and Joe Rogan.
It was like the old Kung Fu show.
Finished up and drank some
All
of
right.
that Trappist monk
Choke him
beer.
out with his robe.
Like it's just a nice excuse for me to keep doing the show.
All right, we got more instant feedback. Drew from North Carolina. Joe Rogan equals Joke Diva. I don't know what that one is.
Joke Diva.
Fast Freddy, Jamaica Station. Can Joe please explain how I could get or make pot lollipops?
You know what? I'm sure there's sites on the internet. Just do a Google on how to make pot lollipops.
The internet just amazing. It's made everything
Fucking
available
awesome.
to people.
It's awesome.
You could buy any drugs you want
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
People are doing that all the time. It's like, I want some Vicodin. Don't want to go to a doctor. Don't want to have to come up with that reason for a prescription. Little that Canadian
and now you
Vicodin
can
gets
get
shipped
it on
right
your
over to
fucking
you.
cell phone.
Now, right on your
I mean,
phone.
how crazy is that shit? You can just get it on your phone. I mean, my phone has high speed. It's got that EVDO from Verizon. It's high speed internet
I
access, really
just
high
got
speed.
that, yeah.
It's like it's like broadband. It's like DSL. It's insane.
I can watch
video
Fox
clips.
News. I can watch Fox News live on my phone now.
It's amazing.
Just like if I need info,
And the video's
info's
not
there
choppy
right
at
for
all.
you.
No.
That's what the future was about that
finally
no one
figured
ever
it out.
saw.
Yeah.
We always thought it was the tall circular buildings with the rings around it, the flying cars and the Mylar fucking suits.
Yeah.
But it turns out I was just looking down the street the other day in front of a diner, and I looked down the street and I said to my chick, I go, this is the same fucking street as it was in 1965. I mean, it's like one of those villages in Long Island where it's the same old fucking building. That telephone pole's been there for 40 fucking years. The street lights, the same fucking thing. Where's the flying car? Where's the
Where's the
fucking
jetpacks?
Where's the jetpacks? Where's the
Yeah.
moving sidewalks? Where's
Yeah.
all that bullshit we were lied to, never got it. But then I start thinking, it's like, no, it's about getting drugs on your phone. It's about saying, I want to see a guy getting killed by being fucked by a horse, and in 2 seconds, it's right in front of your fucking
It's
face.
on your
That's
trio.
the future. That was the future we never imagined. The future we never dreamed of. The future sci-fi writers never imagined. Spock never fucking popped up horse cock on his tricorder. It was always, what's around the corner? What are we landing on? It was always about information. No matter how sick it is, it's available at our fingertips in a split second. Thank you. I love it.
You know, on Star Trek, they didn't even realize that we were going to have phones. They thought that was too ridiculous. They had a walkie-talkie.
It was just a walkie-talkie.
Over. You know, they didn't even. I mean, we thought that's insane. Yeah. Little tiny. Meanwhile, we're not flying to other planets. We got no better shit than them.
They got the flip top.
They got it at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Over.
And they would flip it open.
Kirk out.
And I love the fact that sometimes. If there was interference, and he'd tap it and go, "Come on, Scotty, and turn that dial, and you'd hear like, "Boo!" It's fucking analog. An analog.
They hadn't
flip
even
phone.
figured out digital.
And now all that shit's right there. The flip phone. You're getting live video feeds on your phone. Internet, you check your email, man, right there,
right
on
there.
the move, walking down the sidewalk. Yeah.
During the break, did Steve help you out?
Yes.
Okay, good. We should talk about that. You had no idea, and now...
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve is the master. No, he knows everything about the web.
All right, Steve just hooked up Joe Rogan big time. Tony from whackbag.com. I just researched Carlos Mencia, and what Joe Rogan said isn't accurate.
What?
He was born Ned Mencia.
No, that's not true. That's the Internet Movie Database. It's a lie. That's not his real last name. His last name is Holness. That's not true. He's lied to the Internet Movie Database. The Internet Movie Database, by the way, also says Brian Callen, who's a very good friend of mine, is my half-brother, which is not true.
Really?
Yeah, that's incorrect. It says half-brother to Joe Rogan. That's not true. There's a lot of shit on Internet Movie Database. It's not true.
He was born Ned Mencia and given the name Carlos by his aunt who took him in. His parents are from Mexico and Honduras.
No, Germany and Honduras.
Is Joe jealous because Mind of Mencia is actually funny?
Sure, absolutely.
Here's
terribly jealous.
Here's the reason Internet Movie Database shouldn't be taken seriously. Here's for Jimmy Norton.
Punisher.
Jimmy Norton now works on nickname Lil Jimmy and Liddy. This is from Internet Movie Database about Jim Norton. Now works on the national radio show Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio full time. Describes himself as a meaty-breasted little nothing. Grew up in Jersey. He's been doing stand-up for 15 years. And then trivia. Favorite song is Karma Chameleon by Culture Club. Enjoyed playing the game Monster Rain as a child. This is all on Internet Movie Database. So I think in order to update it, all you have to do is register. And you, as a citizen, can just put anything you want on people's sites.
A rumor gets out.
A rumor
becomes that.
And that's that.
My friend Brian, I always call him my brother from a different mother. That's the joke, you know? Because he's a close friend.
And it makes it onto the...
Yeah, it's fact.
Also, they just released a press release, Anthony. XM Satellite tops 5 million subscribers.
Whoa. Oh, wait. Whoa, big announcement.
It's official.
Holy
5
shit.
mil, huh?
5 million subscribers.
Didn't we just announce 4?
Yeah.
God damn.
Seriously, like
they're just getting a million people at a clip now.
Beginning of summer, maybe.
That's
when we first signed on. We were excited when they would announce a couple of 100,000 new subs.
Well, we had our choice between the two companies, and at the time, XM had 2 million subscribers, and Ant and I were like, wow, that's a great place to start. And the little doggy company had like 50,000 or something crazy like that. They were nowhere.
Yeah.
And now, only a year later, we're celebrating a year on XM, by the way.
Congratulations.
It's coming Monday. Now it's 5 million. In one short year, they did 3 million.
You know, I can't even listen to regular radio anymore. I've had this. I got a new car and I haven't got the XM in it, and I try to listen to regular talk radio. It's like they can't even fucking swear. Like they can't even
get close to swearing. I mean, now it has nothing to do.
They can't even talk about what they want to talk about. Even subject matter, they can't. It's insane.
We were talking about our agent, and the one thing I did remember before I nodded off at the table when Bob Eatman was talking.
Oh, my God,
Jesus
such
Christ.
a bore. Jesus Christ.
Was the fact that now the FCC's whole thing is, well, we knew what you meant. And they're fining people on we knew what you meant.
Because everyone knew what you meant.
No matter what kind of code words you use, you could say,
how can that hold up
lick her cooch or lick her coochie. Coochie's not a bad word. Used in that context, it's still not a bad word. But they'll say, we knew you meant cunt. and you might as well have said it because now we're going to fine you like you did.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you think that what they're trying to do is that maybe they know it's ridiculous and they're just trying to somehow or another scare people and slow down the inevitable shift to uncensored radio? I mean, they must know that rationally people are going to want that. They must know that if you put that out there, the people are going to want that. And so they're just trying so hard to suppress it that they're going way overboard. It's like when we did news radio, I remember there was an episode that we wanted to say penis. We wanted to say penis like 3 times. They said we couldn't. So we put it in the script like 30 times. So we said, look, we'll take 20 penises out.
Right. You got a bargain.
We put like extra penises out.
Yep.
Yeah, you
You're
know
right.
what I mean? And I mean, do you think they're doing that but the opposite? They're just they're crushing everything so that, they just somehow or another slow down the tide.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Why
think it's more so just plain old politics, the commissions that they put in place, the FCC, and then the congressional committees that are in charge of the FCC. They say, well, we got to protect the children, and the voters go, hey, this guy's protecting my children. I'm going to vote for him. That's what they're doing. Because who the hell comes up against shit like that as a politician? I say we allow the kids to hear fuck. It sounds great, and he'd get my vote.
Yeah.
But that guy's never. We've talked in the past about the fact that New York, the city, used to have bottomless dancing. It used to have bottomless. You could go to a strip club, get a beer, and watch pussy in front of your face as you're drinking beer in a strip club. And then some politician thought his constituency would vote for him if he got them to put panties on. But once you do that, it's done.
It's doctrine.
There is no guy that could go, and I will bring back bottomless dancing. He's got a bunch of degenerates voting for him, but for the most part, once you go over that line, that never comes back. We will never again see bottomless dancing.
I also like that whole suggestion that if you're drinking and you just see titties, you can control yourself.
You're fine.
But the second you see a pussy, that you're just going to be trampling
It's
the stage.
over. We
That's
put the
LA.
booze, the pussy.
That's how it is in L.A. In L.A., they show pussy, but if you have liquor, you can't show pussy.
Yeah. What
but in
the
Vegas,
fuck?
they're like, whatever.
Whatever
you want.
You got.
What do
You're
you want,
gambling
24 hours?
for the pussy.
Fine.
It's
The
wonderful.
whores have billboards. I'll come to your room and suck your cock. I mean, it's a billboard practically. I mean, it practically says that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous models will come and entertain you in your room.
In your room.
Whoa.
I mean, she's not juggling ass. Paul.
I'm showing you fucking card
They pull
tricks.
out- they pull out one of those stripper Domino's cars with a little whore picture of it.
Hey, Jack LaLanne is on TV. 91.
Oh, look at him.
91 years young today.
This guy's 91.
And he just proved that he could still lift his legs up. They were
He needs to do some squats.
They were doing some exercises, and basically he was doing like knee lifts.
He's all upper body, isn't he?
Celebrating 90 years of healthy living.
Oh, man.
Really? And what about you,
He
Elaine?
dresses like he's going to go work on an airplane.
And blue coveralls.
No, but I do. I work out every day. And, he just turned 91 yesterday.
Yeah, were you out
Yeah,
celebrating
I
late?
just turned 91.
And I'm on my
he's
way
goofing.
to 80.
Okay.
I can't afford to die.
You robbed the cradle, Jack.
That's how I get my exercise.
Yeah, he did rob the trade.
Oh,
You got
talking about fucking his wife.
Yeah, let's go,
Right in
Elaine.
the chair.
All
You're
right.
sitting on.
All right,
Oh,
you
so then-
getting up or sitting? What are we
Well,
doing?
right
Jack
here.
likes to do this one.
All right, let's do
We
the
did
easy
with,
one.
This is the one we did a minute ago.
All right.
He's in the chair doing
One
some
knee
chair
in each, yeah, like
exercises.
that. And you folks at home, I want you to do it too. This is
You guys want to try it?
help to get rid of that old.
Yeah,
What do we in?
I'm dying already, Jack. Let's go.
Come on.
It looks like we're in the movie theater.
Oh my God, they're lifting their legs up.
Now, both together.
You know what, though? 91. Joe Rogan's doing it.
This really depots you. That gets right there.
Oh, he's
Get
touching
it
her.
on your thigh.
You know what, though?
How are we going to
91
depot
fucking
Joe
years old.
Rogan?
Not feeling it.
91 years old, though.
Crazy.
There are people in their, 70s that are drooling in nursing homes, and this motherfucker's on
Oh,
TV.
you got to give it to him, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he is keeping it
Absolutely.
up.
What do you think all those guys, the 3 people to the left, really wanted to do in entertainment?
Oh, actor.
Totally.
They've all accepted an Oscar in their bedroom.
Right.
Like just fanticizing about
Yeah.
that. Now they're sitting there with this fucking 90-year-old guy.
Doing dopey exercises in their chair.
Seated aerobics.
With a tie on.
This guy lunging
fucking
in his
stupid
suit.
neck ornament he's got hanging off of his.
That guy camped out waiting for us to leave after we fucked up.
The wife is
Really?
kind of
Yeah.
steadying him, though. Like, Just in case he...
Who's going for the juice? Over here. And get the juice. Tell me about it. We're the only ones.
This guy can't wait for this segment to be over.
There is no credibility left in the news. There is nothing left in the news. I cannot watch it anymore. These people cannot deliver my news and do chair workouts like this. It just doesn't work.
Hey, there was a big story yesterday that we never got to. I got the audio. It'll just be a surprise to everybody.
All righty, Opie.
I don't think we mentioned it on the show, so listen to this.
We're going to spend a few moments now talking about this new study which found that left-handed women may be at higher risk for early-age breast cancer.
If you're left-handed and a woman, you're at a higher risk for breast cancer.
Yes.
That makes
How the
absolutely
fuck
no
did they
sense.
figure that out?
Well, if you think a little deeper into the whole thing, it is a hormonal thing to be left-handed in
Joe
the womb.
Rogan's very high right now. What are you thinking when you hear something like that?
Who cares? I don't have tits. That's what I'm thinking. I don't have tits.
There you go. Joe Rogan
how old
quoted
do
as saying.
chicks get before they get breast cancer?
Well, let's take a listen here.
Early-age breast cancer.
Early age, oh.
This really surprised a lot of people, certainly around our office, and so we wanted the bottom line on whether lefties are at greater risk of this and other problems, and so we brought in ABC News medical contributor Dr. David Katz. And David, I'm inclined, looking at this, to say this is silly. I mean, it's like saying, look, we found a statistical correlation between people who own parrots and people who have cancer, therefore parrots cause cancer.
Right. But that could be.
It doesn't seem, it seems counterintuitive to me that left-handers would be at a greater risk for early-age breast cancer.
You raise a good point, Charlie, that sometimes these associations that come out of studies are not about cause and effect, and we don't know that that's the case here, that this is an association between left-handedness and breast cancer. But it could be possible for a number of reasons, one of which is that there are genes associated with left-handedness, and there are genes that raise the risk for various cancers. And if those genes are neighbors and travel together, when you get the one, you could get the others.
So what do you do then? You start becoming right-handed?
No, because it's already predetermined. You're just done. Right in the womb. Right when the sperm digs into that egg cell, that's it. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. There's the death clock winding down, and there ain't shit you can do about it.
Isn't that the case with everybody anyway, though?
It is.
It is.
But as far as that goes, it's just, that DNA helix might as well be wrapped around your fucking throat. It's choking you. It's choking you. The slow death. There it is. And left-handedness might be something that, because it's happening as you're being formed, that same thing might have an association with breast cancer. And there you go.
I found an association between left-handed people and being more intelligent. I know a lot of left-handed people that are really fucking smart.
But that's one of those stats that could be. There are so many skewed stats. That whole thing. I just heard driving in. They said families that eat dinner together, the kids have less instances of drug abuse. If you think about it, it has nothing to do with dinner together. If you're a family that's eating dinner together, you're probably
raising your kids right.
Yeah, you're communicating better and you're doing other things. It's like, that's the same kind of
I just
stat.
met in my own life, my own personal life, like the people that I've met who are left-handed were almost always pretty clever.
Yeah.
Just, I don't remember ever meeting a left-handed person
in the
who's a
womb
fucking
thing.
idiot.
That's a Joe Rogan study.
I don't know.
We got to get on the news.
Do you know any left-handed idiots? I mean, maybe there's a few. I mean, I'm sure there must be, but I don't recall ever meeting any.
True. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know something?
They're all kind of clever.
Yeah, but you're smart.
Are you? I'm an idiot.
Are you left-handed?
You're smart. Bill Burr.
Dude, you know, one day I'm
that's what
going
I'm
to bring
talking
in
about.
my high school transcript.
Really?
Yo,
Were you good or bad?
awful.
Awful?
I ever have kids someday, and
That's
they ever
why
get,
you're a good comic.
they ever get hands on that information, I won't be able to say shit to them.
They won't have to do anything.
You know, look at you, you're fucking.
I mean,
look at you, Dad.
How many
D's,
good comics were good in school? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so boring.
I didn't even graduate. I did
High
not
school?
No, but
graduate
you know what it is,
high
Joe?
school. No.
This is the difference. I tried.
Oh, you
That's
did?
the- oh, yeah.
I gave up.
I took all, like, the SAT prep classes.
Ooh.
Oh, you did all that?
Oh, you tried and stunk?
I
Yeah,
was literally
that's
sitting
bad.
there
That's bad, Bill.
as I was doing the questions. I would try. Okay, I don't really know this one, but I know it's not D, and I would literally try to limit
I
it
was
down.
so
I got
baffled.
like a 804 combined.
804. Oh, combined.
Yeah, and the what was the highest? Like
Wow, that's
600.
really
You
bad.
got 804 in your SATs combined.
Combined, yeah.
Yeah.
I was so baffled in high school. The only reason I went to college at all was so that people wouldn't think I was a loser. That's all. Because I remember I took a year off, and I was telling everybody I took a year off. I'm taking a year off. And,
you were a loser.
Oh, that's great.
You ain't going back.
I'm like, shit. I gotta go to college, so people don't think I'm a loser. But I had no intention of ever getting a job.
I was just one of those poster boys for not doing pot. Like I shouldn't have done, because pot fucked me up. I was so good in school growing up, and then the second I started smoking pot, over, Johnny. Over. I would want to be stoned all the time, and I was. I woke up, I'd smoke before I even started getting ready for school, to go to school. And then I go, and like fate would do things to me. I remember I had a test that it was some big fucking deal test I was supposed to take. I'm walking to school, and I said, I'm not smoking pot today. I was walking to school, and I found a nickel bag of pot on the sidewalk walking to fucking school. And of course I smoked it. I'm stoned for this big important fucking test. It was fate. I had to, and I constantly. And then I was the guy that was out with all my friends smoking pot for every period, and I'd never realized that they would just be out for one period, and I'm there for every single one of them. Like, there's my friend Joe, and there's Frank, but not on the same time. I never went to any class. They were just skipping one class. I'm skipping all of them to hang out with each and every one of them just to smoke pot. And when my high school dean came up to me and actually said, look, you're doing nothing here. Take the rest of the year off and come back and see if you could apply yourself, because you're doing nothing.
That's a great dean, though.
And I was like, I'm off.
Shit.
I started working.
I was
and
supposed to teach you a lesson? Are you
teach me a lesson? I never went back. That was it. I just never went back.
Of actually coming back. That's like the classic line right before you begin the life of being a loser. Yeah, I'm just taking a year off.
A year off.
I'm going to get my head
See?
together.
Yeah, a year off.
That's
and
what I felt like.
I started working. I had money.
Yeah.
You know, it was nothing, but it was more money than I had going to school. I was able to, put gas in the car and get a little Jack Daniels and cigarettes for the weekend. It was the perfect life. All my friends are in school. I'm driving around. And I spent all my time at the school.
Oh, that's the word!
Yeah.
Like hang around like the auto shop parking lot?
I'm kicked out, but I'm at the school.
Doing donuts
Smoking pot.
Hey, I don't fucking go here anymore. Fuck you. I'm just here for the chicks.
I remember
What
that.
a loser.
I remember
great,
some
though.
guys had
Come
graduated like 2 years
that's
before, and they were still hanging out there, and you're like, whoa.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, they got like
Real
a full
bad.
beard, and they're coming up like, so where are the parties?
There's something really fucked up about a 21-year-old dating an 18-year-old. It's like, why?
It's beyond creepy.
You know, or
Still in
17,
school.
like a high school senior, and the guy's like 20.
Got to
like,
deal
ooh.
with that shit.
But meanwhile, it's only 3 years, but it's a big
That's a
3.
huge,
That's a huge 3 years.
I was out of high school. I think I was 19. And I was going out with a 16-year-old. And she had just turned 16. Like, I think I was at her Sweet 16 party.
my God.
And her fucking father hated me. Fucking hated me. Gave me a speech once in his work truck, like, of my intentions and shit. And then you got to come up with the bullshit, because of course you're just
And
there
he
to
knows
fuck.
you're full of shit.
Of course he does.
He's thinking, what kind of whore did I raise?
I think back at that now, and I'm thinking, like, God damn, I'm like 10 years older than he was then, and, just if I was that guy sitting there, I'd have choked me. I'd have fucking choked me out.
I remember I had a girlfriend when I was 17 and she was 15, and then I turned 18 and she was 16, and there was like some real concern that I was going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking a girl who was underage. I was a man and she was a child.
But you're in a relationship kind of for the time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what's
a little
going
odd,
on
isn't
now?
it?
Are we in trouble?
Like, this is illegal, but,
What were you like right before you turned 18? Like, sweetie, I got another month here. Let's make the most of this.
I don't think I realized
Put a towel down on the bed. Every week counts.
Don't worry about the period. I'll fight through it.
There's my contribution for the day.
There you go.
BillBurr.com, ladies and gentlemen. East Coast, represent.
All right. We have more audio of this left-handed thing. Let's see what the doctor has to say.
On its surface, I tend to say this has got to be silly, and yet when you look at the numbers indicate from this study that you're 2.4 times more likely. That seems more than a statistical anomaly.
Well, that's right. And, of course, we do statistics to say, is this likely to be by chance or is this real? On the other hand, I don't want people to panic about this. Lefties have enough to worry about. They have to stand on their head to use a pair of scissors, for crying out loud. The numbers in this study are quite limited. So I don't want anybody panicking about this. But it could be real, and it could be due to genetics. It's also speculated that hormonal exposure while we're developing in the womb may influence which side of our brain is dominant, and hormonal exposure in the womb can also influence the risk of breast cancer. So it's plausible and warrants further investigation. Nobody panic, however.
Oh, don't panic now.
No.
Left hand, don't start chopping your breasts off.
Are there other medical distinctions between left-handers and right-handers? You mentioned the scissors, but that's just because scissors are basically constructed for right-handers.
But you know what? Everything's constructed for right-handers. You know, the word sinister comes from the Latin word for lefty, because we tend to think there's something just not quite right about lefties. The world is designed for right-handed people, and as a result of that, lefties have more trauma. They actually tend to die earlier because machines are designed more for right-handed people.
Can't use
On the
these
other hand,
scissors.
they tend to make better pitchers. They do real well in the major leagues. And they're really dangerous in a street fight because that left hook surprises and gets you every time.
It's actually a right hook, you fucking idiot. It's a straight left and a right hook, dummy.
Nobody panic.
Exactly. Thanks.
You don't throw a left hook when your right hand's forward, you fuckhead.
Do you think this science guy knows anything about fighting?
He's talking about street fights.
Yeah,
What are you talking
stop.
about, stupid?
You know, when I used to scrap.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Righto.
When we get back, we have a Gulf Coast lullaby.
What is that?
I have no idea.
That is the shittiest radio tease ever. I have no idea what that even is.
Some dude wrote a song about the Katrina survivors.
Oh, okay. I'm hanging.
These are always fun to listen to, right?
Yes.
Every tragedy needs their songs.
Needs their song. Everybody they all think that's going to be their big break. Like when a tragedy comes, 9/11 was king for this, man. You got all these hack musicians writing these sensitive America songs, thinking that, you know, having that dream that that's going to be the one that makes it big and puts them over the top.
Oh, yeah,
and we were playing them, and they were awful.
Every country singer. Who's the first guy who did the red, white, and blue? Is
that Toby Keith?
Is that that? I'm proud to be an American.
No, gonna
at least
put a boot in your
I'm free.
Wow.
Stop. We're just pissing off like all the Midwest. That's a good goddamn song. Won't you shut your fucking mouth, you goddamn shitty.
Yeah, some guy called somebody a commie on here the other day.
Yeah, called him a commie.
For you what? Fucking commie.
From his bunker.
What did you say that he called you a commie?
No, I can't remember who the fuck. He was calling like another caller a commie. It's like, dude,
because he was bashing Bush
it's like
or
we're
something.
beyond the communists at this point. Yeah, it's like fucking. We're into the terrorist era now.
Yeah,
you're the Al Qaeda. You're Al Qaeda.
You
what you
evil
are.
doer supporter.
Your axis of evil. It's what you are. Commie.
All right, we're gonna go to break with another track from Stephen Lynch's latest CD. What's it called again, Ann? It's right in front of you. The CD's called what?
Trinkets Made from Gorilla.
That's Tim Norton's
that's
CD.
Tim Norton's. Of course, it's called The Craig Machine.
The Craig Machine. Here's another track from Stephen Lynch's latest.
Yeah. You're either going to like this song or kick my ass after the show.
Love of my life, but it cuts like a knife, and I feel that I'm being misled. See, I'm a little concerned, for I recently learned of the swastika tattoo on your head. And it makes you smile when you hear Sieg Heil. You love the smell of a burning cross in the yard. You do goose-step salutes in your Doc Marten boots, and you quoted Mein Kampf in our 5th anniversary card. I think you're a Nazi, baby. Are you a Nazi? You might be a Nazi, baby. You keep extensive files on the Nuremberg trials, and you watch them whenever they're airing. I guess I should have known when you bought a new bone for your puppy's name. Don't be lying, baby. Are you a Nazi? Are you anti-Zion, maybe? Your every dress is monogram SS. You hold an Aryan picnic and bash. And it makes me irate when you say I look great when I wear a little tiny mustache. Your social politics say that races don't mix, and you call it pure blood pollution. And whenever I'm sad, you say it's not so bad. For every problem, there's a final solution. I think you're a Nazi. Give me an answer, baby. Are you a Nazi? You drive a fucking Panzer, baby. You say that love is blind, so how could I have guessed? But then again, I met you at the Wagner Fest. I know you're a Nazi, and that's why I'm leaving. I know you're a Nazi, sure as my name is Stephen Lynchburg-Stein.
Hey, this is Bob Saget. My name's fucked up. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, congratulating XM's satellite radio on 5 million subscribers.
Hey, everybody, this is Maury Povich. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Sandy Kane.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Joining Sandy Kane, Mr. James Brown! I don't play it. Peter Pumpkin. Peter Pumpkin. I don't play it. I don't play it. Play it. Drink a six-pack, turn off the lights, and smoke some crack. I'm beautiful. You're a filthy whore!
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
That's Disturbed, right? Doing Land of Confusion by Genesis. We got Al Jorgensen of Ministry coming in. What time? I think around 10 o'clock or so. 10 a.m. Al Jorgensen, lead singer of Ministry. Those guys have been around a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he wanted a bottle of wine for his appearance. So Eric went out and got some cheap wine.
Did you get cheap wine?
Well,
because he's an aficionado, so He's probably a wine snob, right?
Yeah, supposedly he really likes his wine.
You were turning into a wine snob for a while. Like, I remember we'd be out to dinner with Bob or someone from XM. Here comes E-Rock to his theme music. He's got faggot.
He's got walk-on music, Joe. E-Rock, how much for that bottle of wine?
It's about $42.
$42.
Oh, he's going to hate
And what is it, Ope?
I don't
It's
know.
a gallon.
Chateau, hot
the box with the tap on the side. That's always good. But you can put it up on that shelf in your fridge and just kind of dump it out of the little valve, the plastic valve.
A keg of wine.
If it was only $42, he's going to hate it if he likes his wine.
Well,
absolutely.
Ah, yes. Chateau Merlot 98. Yeah, he's not going to like this. If he's a rock star, he's probably getting over $100 bottles.
Yeah, the other bottles that he listed were $100, $200.
Oh, he listed?
I'm scared that, people were going to judge me and think, I'm some stupid anorexic girl. And I'm not like that. Just
body image on Tyra.
What's wrong with
Do
her?
you understand that you wrote a letter to me? You wrote to me. Your mom didn't say, "Oh, my daughter has such a problem," and I want.
She's upset with body image.
Yeah.
She's sitting, but I don't see any problems as yet.
As much as you want what you think is a perfect body,
her ass is
something
a little
about
big.
that's not right.
Is it?
Something about
Tell
that's
her to
not right.
stand.
How funny is that?
And you're here because of that, so I don't think anybody.
She's
in
no
this
Maury
audience, anybody
Povich.
that's
Maury would
even
have her in a
looking at you
bikini parading around the audience. Your ass is a little fat.
She'd be
Tell me
eating
why
cake
you
by
wrote
now. If she was not Maury. All right, it's
being thin.
15 years
Probably
old.
got a big fat Mexican
if I
mom.
try to eat, I can't.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Look at her. Her mom's probably a fucking cow, and she doesn't want to be like her mom.
Oh, Mexican food is brutal. Even like fry the ice cream. It's like you just fucking take it to a whole other level.
I love burritos,
To
bro.
be focused. I don't see that when I
want
look
to see
in the
how
mirror.
Tyra handles this situation.
I'm going to show you something
Here we go.
right now.
A picture of me
Show 'em.
when I was your age.
I'm going to show you because
Watch
you
this.
say that you want to look like me and you want to be so skinny,
I saw this
skinny.
in the
Picture
preview.
of her?
You know
No,
what my
watch.
stomach looks like up under this
Watch.
shirt right now?
Don't do it, Tyra. Don't do it.
Do you know what it looks like?
Don't do it.
Why don't you touch it first? Why don't you squeeze right here?
Yeah, grab her
Squeeze
titty.
that right there. All right? Now we're going to show everybody what that looks like. Look at that. That's me. Sometimes I have to do like this
fun.
to get comfortable
I
on
like
this
that.
couch.
Yeah, keep going.
She thinks that
Wow,
she's
what a
some
fat
stomach
pig
that
she
makes
is.
sense.
She's sitting down, hunched over, and a little bit of belly is touching her pants.
I can do that.
Yeah, right.
You want to see?
Want to see this?
Want to see what it looks like?
Anyone else notice that Tyra Banks is starting to look like RuPaul?
I drew myself. I see myself.
A little
Oh my
RuPaul
God,
going
yes.
on there.
Right, the kid needs better pants. I'll say that. Her
Her
jeans are a little weird on her ass, but
Yeah, she's got a big ass.
Just like
That's good, though.
I have fat
For,
lines right here. I have blood
Does not have a
handles.
confident
I don't
posture.
have a butt. I have stretch marks in my legs.
Whoa.
I don't really like wearing skirts because
that's how she sees herself.
Yeah.
She drew it like
And what is
Frankenstein.
this two huge legs?
my
What is
legs.
that?
I feel
That
like
girl
I'm
is going to be
really
so
big
easy to
legs.
fuck. Not even funny. Wow.
Some toothless homeless guy. Hey, good
Oh,
looking.
hey, you are so cute.
How does that little girl have stretch marks on her legs already?
She doesn't.
Is that
That's what
maybe
she's
she does?
seeing
Maybe,
in
is that
herself.
like a genetic thing, man? The stretch mark thing? Because like some chicks have babies and whoosh, bang, they just snap
They
right
snap
back.
right back.
And other girls just
Others
just
do,
a
yeah.
wreck.
Got like stretch marks on their kneecaps or
Pussy
something.
looks like a fucking catcher's mitt. It's gone.
Hey,
Just
speaking of which,
stretched and
does
pounded
Britney
out.
Spears snap back?
No. Nay.
Nah, she's
Nay,
over,
I say.
right? Oh,
Look at her
done.
chin. Look at her
Yeah.
chin. She's got that frog chin.
Yep.
It's that weird sag, the skin from her. It doesn't go back. It goes straight from the chin, like slopes down to the
Telltale.
neck. Yeah. Oh, it's a mess.
Telltale.
That whole area is a mess.
She was always like
Meanwhile,
struggling.
what a pimp that fucking Kevin Federline guy is. Thank God we got one. All right? We got one. After all these fucking years of guys getting raped, all the Johnny Carson stories and Steven Spielberg's, how much? How much did he get? We got one. We got a fucking loser, some white trash piece of shit, fucked a supermodel, superstar, super pop star. And
Rich.
is driving around in fucking Ferraris, and he shot a live round into her pussy, and he's got her for life. She's stretched out and wrecked, and he's driving a fucking Ferrari. We got one. We got one on our side. We win this round.
And when does he move on? Because now he has the
Soon,
fame and the
very
money, right?
soon,
He
very
fucking
soon.
wrecked her.
Very
He
soon.
wrecked
Very
Britney
soon.
Spears. I say he's gone within the year.
He's gonna find another pop starlet. Some other
Yeah.
girl's gonna want to be the next Britney Spears. She's gonna meet him at some fucking awards show, and
Yeah.
they're gonna talk, and it's not really going so good with me and Britney.
Yep.
Postpartum.
He has some sort of fucked up credibility now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
wow,
It's on a
Britney was
reality
with
show.
him.
Yeah.
He must have something.
Tom Arnold. We had one too, but Tom Arnold fucked a fat chick. It doesn't really count, right? We didn't really win that one.
Yeah, he kind of lost.
Yeah,
And
it's
won
not
at the
worth
same-
it.
But
Yeah.
other people
That
have
was a
talked about
draw.
this,
But he
though,
made
but
it
how
through.
he's a lifer now.
Yeah.
The guy, managed to parlay that into an actual career.
Yeah, he made it
Yeah.
through. He made it through. It is possible.
Can I interrupt for a second? Eric's waiting to leave. Eric, thank you. So
Oh,
the
Eric?
wine hopefully will be good enough for Al Jorgensen when he comes in a little later of Ministry.
Could it be the worst music ever? Walk on, walk out music ever? I say yes. I can't think of much that could be worse. Fantastic.
That would even suck when that song was a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
When it was a hit, you don't want to walk in.
No, what's the best part of that bit? He hates it, but he's being a good sport. He actually waited for us to acknowledge that he's going to now leave so we can play the music. So everyone can have a nice laugh.
That walk on music just has to end stopping, kneeling, and having a dick in your mouth. That's how the walk ends with that music. Oh, the worst.
All right, we got to get Steven here because he got an email from this guy, Les Llewellyn, something, I don't know. And it reads, please consider playing a new song about Katrina survivors on your station or posting a link on your website by the band Dixie Lizard.
Huh?
You should
What?
really take the time to listen to the song that I wrote in honor of all of those affected on the Gulf Coast.
It's a serious song?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I love the serious
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Remember the one of my favorites of all time was Remembering Lacey, the Lacey Peterson tribute song. Some guy actually fucking wrote a song about Lacey Peterson, and we couldn't keep a straight face. Had Connor being dead in the whole thing. Oh, here comes Steve. Ooh,
hey Steve.
Perfect. You're
Thank
getting
you.
very good at landing that thing.
Are you enjoying the show with Joe Rogan
I
today?
certainly
and
am.
Bill Burr?
Joe's great, and this guy's good too.
This guy. He's always a prick. Hey, you had a story about hybrids.
You're still mad about that big egg comment.
I am.
Quickly, Steve has a hybrid car. He's got the Prius. Is that the one you own? And it runs on gas and electric.
Sounds like a muscle car.
It really is.
Prius. Yeah, right. And he says
Tattooed arm hanging out the side.
it's saving him all kinds of money, he says.
I like it.
But there was a survey that came out. Some economists and stuff got together and crunched some numbers, Steve. And what I'm seeing here is hybrid cars, they run about $3,800 more than their regular
counterpart.
Sure. So it's the new technology costs more. Yeah, so most of them cost a little more than what you would spend for a comparable car. $3,800 more is what they're saying.
Sure. Who did this study?
Yeah.
This study was done by Edmunds.com. The partners at Edmunds.com. I guess they're a survey place. What do I know? It seems legit. They have a website. You could go there and see a horse fuck a guy to death. I think.
Isn't Edmunds the company that comes out that does the Blue Book, or is that something else?
Could be. That would give him more credibility, wouldn't it? Well, anyway, $3,800 more. Let's see, a hybrid including purchase, maintenance, insurance costs over 5 years, assuming 15,000 miles of driving per year. You'll make up the cost in gasoline money if the price of gas immediately goes up to $9.20 a gallon.
He's praying for hurricanes now.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, first of
for
all,
and for the entire 5-year period, it has to stay at $9.20 a gallon for you to have made money or saved money by getting a hybrid vehicle.
However, and I think that's true in some realm. However, the Prius doesn't have a non-hybrid counterpart.
That doesn't really.
That's not taking into account, or is it the tax incentives? The $3,400 or $3,500 tax incentives that the government gives you for buying.
How about the pleasure of going over 35 miles an hour? Isn't that worth a buck or two?
My hybrid goes plenty fast. Thank you very much.
Like a soapbox car. Going to be at the top of a hill with his dad cheering him on.
Little Rascals episode.
Got a cat and a puppy in the front. on a conveyor belt.
I like my hybrid. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't.
You got a boxing glove on an accordion so you can punch people in the head as you drive by them, Steve?
But it's also not taking into account if you trade in another car and get a hybrid. So I mean, yeah, I'm sure those economics do work. And I'm no friggin' economist. I have no idea. But if you trade in a car and get a 20, say 15 or 20 on a trade-in, and will only wind up coughing up another 2 on a hybrid, I'm sure it's going to pay for itself pretty quickly.
It's all relative, though, because you could use the same trade-in to get the comparable regular good car.
Okay, fine.
I read some weird shit online where there's some scientists that actually believe that oil is not a fossil fuel. It's not from dead dinosaurs.
Really?
They believe it's some part of a natural process that occurs underneath the Earth's surface.
And, it'll keep happening?
Yeah, it'll keep happening.
I like that guy.
Yeah, there's a book out. I just ordered the book from Amazon.com. I haven't read it yet, but if anybody knows about that, call in. Because apparently it's like an actual theory that scientists are considering. The guy who did it is I think he's a professor at Columbia or some legitimate university.
Edmonds.com?
But I mean, how crazy would that be if they found out that oil isn't, a finite resource?
On the other end of the spectrum, I get emails all the time from people that say we're completely running out of oil. There's none left under the ground. It's all a big lie. And I don't know. I can't imagine that even if that is the case, and down the road, whether it's 50 or 100 years down the road, that we run out of oil, that it's just going to be, well, that's it. Use your laptops as doorstops because we're done. Don't you think there are alternative fuel sources out there, but we're really not going to start working on them until you go up to the gas pump and a drop comes out and you go, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
Well, you handle everything like a term paper.
Right. Last minute.
That's the same way
Exactly.
we handle
Why work on it now when I could go to the gas pump?
And then we'll go to those big windmills.
Right.
Finally.
Y2K was the same thing. We didn't deal with that till September of 1990.
Remember?
People like,
exactly.
Right. Dude, I gotta start writing this thing.
Exactly.
You got to think the oil companies already have established what technology they're going to embrace once oil gets prohibitively expensive, which it isn't yet.
No.
But I'm sure the technology exists, but alternative energies in terms of hydrogen or solar power just don't exist in the amounts that we need them to.
And it's not viable to make whatever you need to turn this into energy right now because there's oil and it's cheaper. It always works out to be cheaper.
At the moment, it's cheaper, and it's not that oil's going to run out. As in, you're just going to start pumping a dry well.
Yeah, you think we're really going to run out?
No, it's not going to run out. It's just the amount of cheap oil. The amount of cheap oil that's going to be accessible and realistic for people to produce plastics and fertilizer and gasoline is going to run out within the next 50 years. So
is that true? Is that
if you do a Google search on peak oil, the actual stuff that you'll read will scare the shit out of you.
I think there's so much oil down there that
we just gotta find it.
But here's the question: how many dead? This is this guy's point that wrote this book was besides the scientific points, logically, it was how many dead dinosaurs are there?
Yeah.
And why are they at the bottom of the ocean? Why are they in these weird spots?
They all died together?
Yeah, what is that?
Is
that real?
I think dinosaurs are used as it was dinosaurs, but it was actually all the living shit that was going on back then.
But big ones.
If it's covered up long enough with enough heat and pressure, you get fuel. But it's just a matter of finding it. Like I said, Alaska, packed with it.
Is it really?
But we just get you can't drill in Alaska. It's pure. It's pristine. And all these environmentalists say you can't really drill there in quantity. But believe me, you run out of gas, right? Fucking dump it in Alaska. Let's start fucking pumping.
Of Alaska, have you guys seen Grizzly Man?
Yes. We talk about it all the time.
How fucking awesome is that movie? That's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. I cried laughing through that movie.
I got scared because I thought you really liked it for what it was supposed to be about. Why didn't they fucking
I saw it twice. It was awesome.
I brought this movie to the show. You guys haven't seen it yet. Why didn't they play the audio of him getting eaten at the end of it?
That guy was a pussy. The guy who made the documentary didn't realize he was making a comedy.
It's a fucking documentary. You got to go there in the end. You got to play the audio of him getting eaten alive.
It's a comedy. Yeah. It's a comedy. It's a fucking genius comedy. That's what it is. He's like, I love you. I love you. Yeah. Meanwhile, this bear is just looking for some fucking food. They're ignoring him. He doesn't give a fuck about that guy.
Yeah. It was just a matter of time that they ate
suicide by bear, definitely.
Yep.
That guy wanted to go.
Thank you. That's what I said on the show.
Oh, that's what I said right when I got out of there. I was
because
like, suicide by bear.
He understood the bears he was usually around, and then he decided to stay later when all these other bears took over for the bears he knew all about.
When they were in hibernation.
And the reason why I think it was suicide by bear, the guy was an attention-seeking whore, man. And he wasn't getting the attention anymore. He wasn't getting the spots on David Letterman and all that. It's like, fuck, man, I'm doing this year after year, and no one cares anymore. I got to do something big here.
And plus, the guy was...
And he hated his fucking life.
Yeah, he hated his life. He was gay, obviously.
I was going to say that, too.
Obviously gay and in denial about it. And how about the one time when he's like, I don't know, my girls don't like me. I don't know, my girls don't like me. And I'm like, maybe because you live in the fucking woods with scary monsters.
Right.
You know, and you're gay. You know, those are two things that chicks generally like to avoid.
How about you start by talking like a man, and they might like you a little better.
I was like, if, one of your friends called you up and said, hey, I want to set you up with this guy. He's gay, and he lives in the woods with scary monsters.
He lives with bears, and he has a lisp.
I walked out of the theater saying that guy wanted to kill himself. And this is the way he wanted to go out and just be bigger than life, man.
Totally. He even said that in his death, that it would serve more, that people would pay attention to his work, you know.
Why was the camera on at that moment, too, you know?
Yeah.
But the fucking... The guy that filmed the damn thing, he doesn't play the audio.
And he told the lady to destroy it.
We said that yesterday, I think, on the show. Because someone said, well, eventually that audio will be out there. No, the guy made one of his fake girlfriends listen to it.
Yeah, maybe she didn't listen, though. Maybe we could get her.
And then you saw the reaction on her face, so it was horrific, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, he hands it back to her and goes, you really should destroy this. I'm sitting there in my seat like, are you fucking kidding me? Because they teased throughout the whole movie they might play the audio, but I knew damn well there's no way they were going there right off the bat.
Yeah, I had heard before.
That's why I didn't see it.
Oh, it's so worth seeing. It's so good.
No, but I didn't want to listen to some guy getting mauled to death by a bear. That's like those people go on the internet and watch like a terrorist saw somebody's head off.
Oh, I can't watch those.
See it? I'm like,
can't watch them.
That's another thing I refuse to do.
I have not watched those. Steve watches them.
Ultimate Fighting, and then
Jimmy Norton watches them.
Off.
That's
Can't
a big leap between Ultimate Fighting.
You're
tapping out.
I understand.
Fucking noggin chopped off with a saw.
Guy pulls the knife out. You just tap his leg. All right, we can't chop his head off.
Ben watches it once a week. The same
Ben
video.
is another sicko.
He'll start it up, and I'm like, see ya, I'm out. I'm out.
So disturbing.
Did you watch March of the Penguins?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right.
But the only thing I liked about that is when the leopard seals come out and just start jacking penguins. Dude, those monsters. Those things are monsters. Those leopard seals.
Yeah.
They're like intelligent intelligent seals that are carnivores, and they go chase it. Not what we think of seals. We think of seals as like, happy,
they play the horn.
These are fucking monsters, man. These are predators that live in the Antarctic. It's so funny because like we have this really distorted perception of so many animals that live in the Antarctic, like polar bears. What would you do for a Klondike? Polar bears are fucking vicious monsters. They're the most vicious mammals known to man. Polar bears actively target humans like at birth. Like they come out of the room, they're like the alien. Like, my friend Kevin is a veterinarian, and he told me that polar bears, they would go through Eskimo villages and they put their fucking paw over their nose so that they can't see them in the snow. They figured out that they can cover the black dot of their nose, and they can like creep up on the Eskimos better. They're vicious motherfuckers.
They also have like absolutely no fear
of anything.
Of man. Like some animals be like, whoa,
yeah,
what the
you got
fuck?
this.
No.
They just look at you and start running at you.
Yeah.
As you try to get back to the Jeep.
Yeah, but all they see is Eskimos. Are you scared of an Eskimo when you see them?
Well, even it doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck. Everything
How
up there
much of a bitch is that black dot? I never thought about that.
Well, they hunt for seals the same way. They hunt for seals. They lean out over the ice islands, those little ice islands, and they put their paw over their nose and just jack a seal and throw them over their head.
They had to learn that though. How much of a bitch was it at first? Going, this fucking dot on my face.
How'd they figure it out?
White, and I got this fucking dot on my face.
It's how did one bear tell the bear, dude? We gotta I saw you coming.
Cover it up some nose.
There's a crazy story that I read once about these guys that are on an ice cutter, and the ice cutter sprung a leak, and they had to get off of it, and they called for help. And they climbed onto an ice island, and while they were waiting on this ice island, they saw a polar bear, out in the distance. And they're like, shit. How much time do we have before help comes? And help is supposed to be there in a couple hours. And the polar bear just started getting closer, looking at them, checking them out, and diving into the water, swims over to the next shelf, and then hops in there and looks at them, tries to check, and then he got closer, and then finally he was right next to them on the next ice island, dove into the water, climbed up, just grabbed the first guy, just grabbed him, ripped him apart, pulled him into the water, swam back over to the other shelf, and ate him in front of those guys. And then help came. Help came. They fired a gun at the bear, jumped in the water, and they ate one of them. But these guys had to watch as their buddy got eaten right in front of them.
That's pretty
Just
goddamn
eaten by
brutal,
a gigantic fucking monster.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
What are you gonna do?
Hoping that the bear chews 30 times before it's swallowed.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you got to think. All right, I feel bad. He's dead and all, but I hope it takes him a while.
Think of some of the shit that we're scared of. Think of horror movies like The Werewolf or a vampire. That's not shit compared to a fucking polar bear.
Yeah.
And polar bears are real. Fuck a werewolf. Running down the street chasing you. These are real monsters.
And you got some shit you can defend yourself against vampires and werewolves. You got the silver bullet, the cross. Things like that. You hold a cross up to a fucking bear, he might pick his teeth with it
and
later.
you got a gun. You better have a
spleen
fucking
out of there,
big gun.
Yeah.
A .38? That's not going to work, dude. Those bullets just go in them, and they're fine.
And he's got a little more time to eat you before maybe he gets hurt.
So scary. There's so many animals like that. Everyone's always searching for Bigfoot and shit. Well, if they found Bigfoot, what is it? It's another fucking gorilla thing. It doesn't even kill anybody.
That we just didn't discover yet. That's all that is.
If crocodiles didn't exist, you know how fucking scary crocodiles would be if it was in a movie? There's an animal that can hold its breath underwater for hours. It doesn't have to eat for a fucking year. They can lie motionless under 10 inches of water for hours, just wait for something to walk by, and they jump up and grab it.
All the patience in the world. An alligator or a crocodile are one of those things that, if it didn't exist, it would be just like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You can't picture a dinosaur walking around the earth. Right. And if a croc didn't exist, you'd feel the same way.
There was a time,
but they're real. You take it for granted. You're like, it's there, but it truly is.
And they kill people every year. Every year.
Oh, brutal.
Well, what were people thinking before they actually discovered the crocs? You know what I mean?
When they saw it the first time.
It was another Bigfoot out there. That's all that was. There's another creature that we don't know about.
Beaten in front of it. Dude, what the fuck was that?
Exactly. Yeah, someone has to discover this shit. But
first time you went to Florida.
Before then, you're like, what the hell was that? You're thinking it's some kind of alien creature.
There's some crazy shit that they haven't even discovered yet. Just recently they found a new species of chimpanzee in the Congo. A gigantic chimpanzee that's over 6 feet tall. It's called the Bondo ape. The locals have 2 different names for chimpanzees. They have what they call the tree beaters and the lion killers. And the lion killers are these gigantic chimpanzees. They're 6 feet tall. They get to be 400 pounds. They sleep on the ground because they don't give a fuck. They don't have to sleep in trees. People you're building, when we all come from chimpanzees, obviously. We always have our master bedroom upstairs. And that's from our chimpanzee heritage. That's what that's from. We stay upstairs to protect ourselves. Just like chimps do. They sleep in trees to protect themselves from predators. These other chimps are so badass, they nest on the ground. They're fucking loked. They kill lions. The locals that live in the Congo say these things kill fucking lions. Could you imagine a chimp?
Holy shit,
a chimp that's not 4 feet tall, but the chimp that's 6 foot tall, 400 pounds, just a giant, and they walk upright. That's the crazy thing. If you look it online, look up giant mystery ape. It's called the Bondo ape. It's in a part of the Congo called Bili.
Kind of hard to get him into those coveralls and smoking a cigarette.
No, it's not happening.
Hard to get him in that little
BJ in the
outfit.
I mean, there's a photo. There's a guy named Carl Amon who is a wildlife photographer from Switzerland who's dedicated a huge chunk of his life tracking down this gigantic chimpanzee, and he's got all these photographs of it. And one of the crazy things about it is the thing stands upright. It doesn't walk with its feet outward, and it doesn't walk with its back parallel to the ground. It walks upright. And it's got long arms, and it's a fucking freaky looking giant chimp.
Damn.
They have a photograph of one that they shot and killed too, and it's next to these 2 guys, and they're standing next to him, and it just dwarfs them. It's fucking enormous.
Is it a new picture of one of those old time adventurer
pit
helmet guys?
They have one of those too.
When they have those old guys. Here's where I bagged a dinosaur. It's some guy in a pith helmet, and a black and white picture of him holding something up.
That safari helmet.
Yeah, safari helmet. Could be a monkey, could be a fish.
They do have an old photograph
from some huge fucking elephant gun he shot him with.
They have an old photograph of one that they believe is a Bondo ape that was from 1920, and they always thought this was just some freaky gorilla that someone killed.
Yeah.
But now they believe it's this gigantic chimpanzee.
God damn.
And they're holding it. 2 guys are holding it up, and it's bigger than both of them, and it's a chimp. It's a huge chimp.
Why did it take so long to discover this?
Because the Congo is insane. The Congo is first of all, the Congo's only been around for 2,000 years. I mean, the Congo is one of the weirdest parts of the world because it's one of the rare places where you can see evolution happening right now. There's an animal called the duiker that's an antelope that swims underwater. Oh, that's the chimp. You got a picture.
See
how it's standing up?
Motherfucker.
Yeah. See that the fucking thing is standing up? No, that's real, bro. That's a camera trap.
Wow.
See the other one? That's the other one is the one that they killed.
Backyard.
Yeah.
But in the Congo, there's an animal called a duiker, which is an antelope that swims underwater for 100 yards. It can swim underwater, and it eats fish. It's a fucking antelope. Because what happened was the Congo used to be grasslands, but the climate changed, and all of a sudden it became a rainforest, and all these plains animals like rhinos and elephants, they all got trapped in this fucking forest, and they had to adapt. And they're adapting right now, and you can see it. There's all kinds of crazy shit. Like there's fish that come out of fucking water and walk on land to the next water. I mean, that's evolution. That's what we supposedly did, right? People came out of the ocean, they walked on land. You can fucking see that in the Congo. It's happening right now.
You don't need any of those. Adam and Eve.
And it's only happening over the last 2,000 years.
Eve made Adam eat the apple.
Ain't no
I'm
thing
gonna
is
start
evolution.
smoking pot again, man.
I thought it was the lollipops.
I'm convinced.
You're watching Discovery Channel with the lollipops and getting a little twisted view of things.
Oh, dude, it's
I gotta go back to pot. He's having too much fun with his.
Joe's half asleep. He's watching one show on the Congo, and then it switched into a show on evolution. He put them both together with the pot lollipops, and that was like revisionist Rogan history. Dude, I swear to God,
I want to get
fucking
Joe
pterodactyl and Orville and Wilbur Wright strap themselves to this fucking thing.
I want to get Joe Rogan basic cable, whatever channel he's watching. Dude, they got these fucking snakes, right? They can fly, all right? They coil up, and it's like a helicopter, and they fucking land on you. Bam!
On Rogan Cable.
We got to go to Josh in D.C. Josh, what's up?
What's up, guys? Yo, with all due respect, Joe, how the fuck do you know all this stuff? I swear. Do you watch the Discovery Channel 24 hours a day?
Dude, I got the cushiest job ever. Fear Factor is a part-time job, literally. I work 3 days a week. I don't even work 8 hours a day, and I smoke pounds of weed. Dude, seriously, I smoke the shit that the government drops off in the ghetto to keep the black man down.
Instead of eating, you watch the TV and you learn all this.
You watch a lot of Discovery.
I watch a
history.
lot, but I also read a lot. I get fascinated by weird subjects, like a lot of animal shit, because I'm just fascinated by humans in general, and the fact that humans are mostly animals. It's like people don't want to admit that people came from monkeys, but meanwhile they've mapped the human genome. We're 99% fucking chimpanzee. Like, at what percentage do we have to admit we're a fucking monkey? Does it have to be 100? I mean, if you ate a sandwich, it was 99% shit and 1% ham. Would you call it a ham sandwich? You know? We're fucking monkeys, man. And it's just fascinating that we color ourselves with cultural traditions and language and all this bullshit when, at the bottom line, we're really just a complicated form of bacteria.
All right, hold on.
No different than any other animal.
Allison from Florida is going to challenge you. Allison, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a primatologist. There's no such thing as a Bondo ape.
You're a fucking idiot. Go online and look it up.
You're a what? What do you do?
It's a new discovery. You're a primatologist? Well, look it up. You're not current. Pay attention. Go online and look it up.
Yeah, this is student.
Yeah, you've learned some shit from the college. When did you graduate?
I have a PhD from
When
2000.
did you graduate? When?
From 2000.
Yeah, when was the last time you got online and researched primates? Have you ever looked at any of the new discoveries? Have you looked at any of Carl Amon's work?
Yeah, I've been to Africa.
What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I'll tell you why you're laughing, because you don't have a point. So you're trying to, oh, you're ridiculous. I have a PhD. Meanwhile, there's all sorts of photographs of this primate, this gigantic chimpanzee. Not only that, it's on National Geographic, stupid. NationalGeographic.com. CNN.com, stupid. No. There's bones, there's tissue samples, there's hair, there's fecal matter, there's all sorts of different things. Now, they've mapped the DNA of this animal already.
Oh, please.
What do you mean, oh, please, stupid? You haven't
true.
paid attention to it at all. These are legitimate scientists and primatologists that are in the Congo studying this thing. And you don't know. Yet you're calling up. You've done zero research on this. You haven't looked into it at all. You're telling me we know all the animals that are in the world? Are you telling me we know all the animals in this gigantic, several thousand-mile-long, intense rainforest? We've mapped that out.
There's another fake chimpanzee out there.
No, it's not a fake, stupid. It's not a fake. Listen, they have skulls. Listen to me. They have skulls. They have hair. They have fecal samples. They have photographs. They have a dead one. Okay? Yeah. Bye.
They're from Fringe.
Not Fringe. CNN. Okay? National Geographic. All these different legitimate scientific resources. Go look it up. Bye.
You'd like to prove that, wouldn't you? Get your name in the National Geographic.
Silly! Listen to her. Oh, I have a PhD. I mean, why do people argue about something that haven't looked into at all? Why wouldn't she, as a primatologist, go, whoa, for real? Let me look into that. Holy shit. Well, that makes sense. I mean, how could they possibly know all the primates? I mean, couldn't there possibly be another one? But no.
Where was she from?
Florida? Florida? Somewhere in Florida there.
She's dumb enough to live where hurricanes hit her.
All right, listen, we're gonna take another break.
Right.
We're gonna play the tribute song for the victims of Hurricane Katrina when we get back.
I want to hear that.
I'm a primatologist. Those are fringe sites. Like National Geographic is a fucking fringe site. CNN is a fucking fringe site. That's what it angers me about people. They think that they know without even looking into it. That is insane. Oh.
And with that, we'll continue.
Fringe. I have a vagina.
Breaking news across the XM nation. XM now has 5 million subscribers. This is Larry King. Congratulations, XM, on your latest headline.
Hey, this is Dick Cavett, and congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers. I don't believe it.
Hey, this is Robert Kelly. XM, I want to say congratulations on 5 million subscribers. That's a lot of fucking subscribers.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you've never seen it before?
Looks like a rock.
New from Sedentary Toys and the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, it's so shiny. It's got corners.
It's the cool new toy that has everyone jumping for joy.
O&A Party Rock!
It's not just any rock.
It's the O&A Party Rock. The O&A Party Rock is incredibly versatile.
You can chuck it, you can fuck it, you can drop it in a bucket.
You can race it, you can chase it, you can yell right in its face. It's the bestest friend you'll ever have.
O&A Party Rock!
Why is it wearing a party hat?
Every Party Rock comes dressed in a colorful party hat and party blower, making it the centerpiece of any party.
Now with shiny red dancing shoes.
Not only that, the O&A Party Rock is
it's a fucking rock, you dildo.
We got a quick request. Let me go to Tom. Tom, go ahead, man.
Hello?
Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, I think Rogan's mildly amusing today, but could he stop yelling in the microphone?
I get excited, dude.
Joe does it. We're getting a few of those.
I'm sorry.
No, the only thing I would say is with like regular radio, they have a lot of processing. But for some reason, they haven't figured that out with satellite radio, so it goes right through people.
Nathaniel's been roadieing the volume,
Yeah,
right?
we're trying.
You're doing a good job, Joe. Just enough with the yelling, partner.
All right, I'm sorry, dude.
I love you, though, Joey.
I love you. He's going to start whispering for the rest of the show now.
No, I'm not. I'm going to forget. I'm going to get excited. I'm going to forget.
Jackie. Actually, I want you to yell more now. I love annoying people. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hi, is this Opie?
Everybody, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted somebody, I guess Tom made the same comment, but I just wanted Joe to stop yelling. Just because he's talking louder doesn't mean he's coming off.
Why did you stay on the line after he said it? He's already said it.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. We're going to calm down a
I'm
little
just
bit.
curious.
We're loving Joe Rogan today.
She sounded like she's part of like an abusive relationship. I just want you to stop yelling.
You know what? She didn't get defensive. I said, why'd you call? And she goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Don't wreck our buzz. We're having a great time with Joe Rogan
I'm
today.
sorry. I get loud. I know. If I didn't know me, I would think I was a dick.
Are we promoting anything? I keep forgetting. No. Just
No.
Fear Factor,
Yeah.
but you just can't wait.
I'm in.
You just can't wait to be canceled.
I'm at the Comedy Connection. I'm at the Comedy Connection in Boston this weekend.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Why?
I'm thinking road trip, maybe.
Come on, motherfucker.
I'm thinking road trip.
Boston.
Haven't been
Come
in
on
Boston
out.
in a while.
We gotta have fun. It's
All
gonna
right.
be kind of crazy.
I'm up in I'm somewhere up there. Where the hell am I at?
Massachusetts?
No, I'm not. Pittsfield. I'm way the hell out.
Oh.
Well, I could do Pittsfield and then go to Boston.
First time I ever fucked a black chick.
I was thinking.
Really?
Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Pittsfield?
Oh, she was dark.
Into Boston.
Dark like a Bondo ape. It was one of the weirdest fucking experiences I ever had. This girl was so black. It was the first black girl I ever had sex with, and I was really white because I was living in Boston, and the fucking sun never shines, and it's always freezing. And it was at a Jay's Comedy Club in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and I was like 21 or something like that, 22, and I picked up this black chick. She had a smoking body, but she was so black, and we were having sex by the light of the television in this fucking shitty little hotel room that I'm playing in. And I remember I'm having sex with her. I'm looking down at her body. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, she's so
can't
dark.
even see her.
It was so weird. I was hot, but at the same time, I was like, wow, she's so black. It was weird. And my sperm, I remember I barebacked and shot on her back.
You had to, right?
Right. And I shot
You
on her back,
had
all
to.
the white on her back. I'm like, I wish I had a picture of that. So crazy. It was the strangest thing. You know, you get used to fucking white chicks, and all of a sudden...
On her back or on her ass?
Oh, her backs, her back.
Yeah.
I fucking sprayed.
You'd have
It was everywhere. I was so excited.
You'd have to.
Brown
like,
sugar, baby.
Like, get a girl that is the color of flat black paint.
Plus she
just
was
like black, and then it's got to be on the ass.
She was like Wesley Snipes black, man. She was black, dude. She was black. It was crazy.
Hey, can we get Steve back in here? We want to do this Katrina song. Ant, we found the Remembering Lacey song you were talking about.
Oh, I love that one.
We started this, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, but basically every tragedy someone has to make a song about.
No matter how big or how small, and then the Lacey Peterson and the little unborn Connor Peterson.
And it's just an opportunity for these musicians.
Of course
That's
it is.
all it is. They
You
don't
think
really
this guy
care.
really cares? Oh, he does not. Wait. Oh, wait. He's looking for clearance. He's looking right there, Steve. You could land right there.
Left the bill. There you go.
Bring it down.
All right.
There you go.
Very good.
How much? A half a thimbleful that used? Not even, right?
Not even a
Yeah,
half a thimbleful.
That is so fuel efficient.
I
that
know
car.
it is. I love it.
What's up with this song?
It's terrible.
Is it really?
I tried listening to it all the way through in the office, and Ben just, can you turn that off, please? It's awful.
Can you read the first paragraph of the email you received?
Again, Ben watches and listens to people getting their heads sawn off.
Yeah.
And he couldn't listen to this. He told Steve to shut it off. Fucking Ben, man.
Go ahead, Steve.
This email came in late last night, and it says, please consider playing new song about Katrina survivors on your station or posting a link on your website by the band Dixie Lizard. You should really take the time to listen to the song that I wrote in honor of all those affected on the Gulf Coast. I have friends, family, and loved ones who have lost everything as a result. Being a singer-songwriter, I took it upon myself to sing my prayer to the survivors.
It's like the little drummer boy. He had nothing to give, but he could give, like, his song and his music. Man.
Ugh. I play the bass guitar, the keyboard, and sing on this very simple but hard-hitting song.
Hard-hitting. Oh, this is going to be... I'm already...
We haven't listened to this yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it.
It's of no cost to anyone, and I just want to share my prayer of hope with all concerned. I would appreciate you possibly linking on the song for all your readers to
we
hear.
will.
Yeah.
It'll be prominently displayed there on Foundry Music.
Oh, it will. I'm also happy to mail you a link so you can play it on your show. And it should
gives
be
the links. And then go down here. I also have a direct link.
I also have a direct link to the Red Cross so that listeners can donate to them if they feel the urge to do so. And
They still got a problem down there? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah.
Solved.
Yeah.
They were doing
All
stories from
profits-
gas stations. Everything's got
All
to be
profits
cool.
from the song go to the survivors, or is this going in this guy's bank
does it?
account?
I
All
would hope
proceeds of-
I would hope no money goes in his bank account.
I hope it's one of those songs where you can maybe play that. What is he trying to rhyme with?
Yeah, can we do the rhyming game with
keep
this?
your hands on the pause button up.
All right.
Because we like when he goes into
right.
something, and it's so
and you
easy to
call it.
like.
Yes.
All right, and they gave with their blood, and the next word is flood. Because it's so contrived. Just no creativity.
I make
song.
no money from this, and it is from my heart. Please give it a listen, and if you have comments, please write me back so I can add them to my website.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I ask.
Post that email up, baby.
Oh, plenty of comments.
Unload the pests.
See, Joe even
Release
knows
the
their
hounds.
Unleash the hounds.
Release the Kraken.
The Kraken. Oh, I totally. That was
fucking
erased
Kraken.
from my memory. I mean, from Jason the Argonauts. What was it, like 1981 or
That was a
79 or
Kraken.
something?
That was an
Completely
evil motherfucker,
erased.
the Kraken.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans.
Oh, I thought it was.
Joe's
Jason the
been
Argonauts.
completely
Yeah.
rocking for us this morning, but he stepped it up a notch in the last hour when I heard him starting to chew down on the lollipop.
I wish I had another one.
He gave up on the licking crap.
The problem is
and
my
just started
tolerance is
chomping
so
into it.
fucking high.
Yeah.
My tolerance is so high because I'm high every day. And I give pot to my friends, and they're like, how strong is it? It's kind of strong. And they're like, I can't move. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot.
How many licks does it take to get stoned from a pot lollipop? 1, 2, 12, 16.
And then one big laugh.
People are watching me.
All right, here we go. Here's the song from. Here's the song from.
Stop looking
I'm
at
going to
me.
die someday. Shit.
Here's a song from Dixie Lizard.
Wow. Is this the funeral music? It's like the movie that was played when Godzilla was like stomping through Tokyo in the original Godzilla movie.
The aftermath.
Watching Tokyo burn. Remember that? It was like the voiceover of the American guy.
Yeah.
Like Godzilla was a Japanese movie, obviously, and then to play it off in America, they added in these clips of this American guy. Oh, it was what's his name? Fuck, can't remember his name. Shit. Yeah, look it up. And they just like added him in so they could have like a star.
Oh, he'll have an answer though.
Yeah, Dan will get it. And it was him like talking over the destruction. And it was this exact music.
Oh, really?
In the background.
I was thinking it was the music when they talk about pollution on TV.
It was Ironside. Who played Ironside?
Raymond Burr.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was Raymond Burr.
Yeah, it was Raymond
You're
Burr.
right, Raymond
Very good,
Burr.
Wow.
Huh? That's Uncle Raymond to you?
No, never saw any money.
No relation? No. Bastard.
No, this is like when they're showing the destruction of Earth.
Yeah, any
The smokestacks and the pollution.
awful stuff. Gamera.
How great were those fucking movies?
Watch as a kid, always watched every single.
They were the best.
Godzilla versus the smog monster.
Can see the strength in numbers rising up.
It's like a Pink Floyd outtake.
Face the storm.
This is insane. That's the worst song ever.
There was a flood that covered up the people, and they went up to their roofs. But then, what band was that?
Crash Test Dummies.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dummies. Yeah.
Wow.
That might Sean Penn came. They needed to get a kayak and break it through the walls, but.
Oh, he changed his direction in the middle of the song.
What the hell?
What song is this? Uh-oh.
Crash Test Dummies, isn't it?
That's not Crash Test. What's wrong with
All right,
you?
who fucked that up? Derek or Ben?
That was like Sheena Easton.
Yeah, what was that crap?
Yeah, you know, Nathaniel's got it.
You got it, Fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this is their one-hit wonder.
Once there was this kid who got into an accident. Wanted to come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed his soul.
Now, Charles Nelson Riley's part.
Once there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room.
All right, enough. Jesus. We get it. This guy's ripping off Crash Test Dummies.
Hello, exactly.
All right, back to the sad song about the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
The street.
Hey, Diener!
White people!
White people did not get caught in the hurricane.
Uh-oh, chase the storm. Okay, there we go.
Women, children.
Born.
Sisters, brothers.
Does anything rhyme in this?
Rising up.
Storm.
To help each other.
Face
Storm.
the storm.
Yeah! My fucking bell.
I believe.
Oh my God! This can't be true.
It's awesome.
This can't be real.
Can I get a copy of this?
This is absolutely a joke. This is such a joke.
You want to hear that again?
Of course I do.
It's the greatest bad song ever.
This is wonderful.
I believe. I believe.
Twice.
Oh my God. If I lived in New Orleans and I didn't die, I'd drown myself. After listening to this. This is like the end of Scarface music, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Oh, God.
You got that?
Did he picture like a montage of the pictures being played?
Must have.
Like they were going to use this?
Of course. Right on CNN.
And make a video and... God, this is so... dude.
So I believe.
I believe.
I fucking love bad shit.
Isn't it just great?
Do you like bad movies?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bad movies
Bad.
of all time. That's a great
Kind of a
bad
few
movie.
loose ends on that one.
Oh, how about Cancer Baby? That's my favorite. That little kid who's the cancer baby, and she won't leave.
She won't leave the
190
hospital.
million people have frozen to death, and she's stuck in this toasty, warm hospital with this little cancer baby. And she's like,
waiting for the ambulance. That finally comes. Isn't that
And
nice?
he's the worst cancer baby actor ever. Some kid who just fucked up on the Spy Kids audition. He's got rosy cheeks, and they just fucking shaved his head. He's not even allowed to talk. He's just sitting there like this, all bored. Just like, I have to stay here with him. I can't leave.
My favorite bad one of all is Roadhouse.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
great one.
I will never not watch that if it's on.
I just love the whole concept that
Pain don't
that
hurt.
there's this circuit of like bouncers.
Yeah.
And people know like, dude, you know, so and so's coming to town. This guy's the best bouncer.
Yeah,
out
they
there.
all know from different towns and states. They know he's coming.
It's like they'll apply that formula to anything, like cocktail. Like he's the superhero bartender. Like, just give me a drink so I can get laid, you fucking dickhead. Stop flipping bottles around.
You know what's the best?
You
is in
fucking
the very
attention
beginning.
whore.
The very
Pour my
beginning.
drink.
Every bartender had to do those moves after
Not
the movie
about
came
you,
out, though.
asshole. It's about me getting my fucking drink.
The very beginning of that movie, when Patrick Swayze goes down to that Roadhouse bar that he's going to clean up, they're doing like the thing where they're showing his car, that bum 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 bum. They're showing the grill, and then they show him with the sunglasses. And the very end, the last shot is he slides a cassette tape into the radio, like, wow, this guy.
That is cool. He is cool.
Cassette tape.
What's this?
Yeah, that is
This
an
little,
I love
awful
when
this
movie.
little derailed dancer body.
The rich evil guy has him over his house. And he's like, you made a lot of money off the people of this town, and I'm going to make more. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, then those fights that make no sense. Like, everyone's like 100 people in there, and two guys start fighting, and everybody's just like, fuck it.
Duking it out.
They just
start
start
throwing.
fucking issues out. 25 feet away, all of a sudden, you're in mid-conversation. These two guys over here start fighting. Now you just start throwing down.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
That little movie does when he pulls the throat out.
You guys want to get back to this tribute song?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, gotta hear this.
Get
All
my
right.
frame.
Where were we?
Something about rain.
Yeah, this is the big pan away from the "World Is Yours" statue. Yeah, Scarface.
Holy crap.
I can see the daylight coming, moving in to blind your pain.
Pain. All right, rain.
A brand new day to start rebuilding.
Rain. It's the rain, right?
A heart so strong.
Uh-oh.
And our faith
Remain. God damn this idiot.
Is he making this up as he goes? Believe. Fuck, something that rhymes with rain.
It's so slow, you can't even remember what the fuck he said that rhymes with it.
I know. Takes forever. Jimmy, what do you think of this guy?
He stinks, and I don't like him.
I believe.
You couldn't surround this guy with enough chicken wire.
I want to know how many takes he did of this. This is the keeper.
Yeah.
How many did he toss?
Yeah, you know the producer just knows he's hopeless. Like, yeah, I think we got it on that one. I want to do another take. No, we got it, man. We're feeling it.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Dude, that isn't even worthy of any of those sound. That's just like,
wow.
That was really bad.
I kind of like it.
Someone sound like Buffalo Bill from.
I think it's going to raise a lot of money.
I can see.
Oh.
Whoa!
And there it goes.
There
Never
it
to be
goes.
heard again. I believe. Where's the Peterson one? At least a little of it. Got to play for Joe or new listeners. The
Lacey Peterson.
Lacey
obviously.
Peterson. Some
This
guy
is,
decided.
Remembering Lacey.
Remembering Lacey.
A lot of rhyming in
And
this.
the unborn fetus, little Connor. Like a Dan Fogelberg song. What is this? Christopher Cross.
Remembering Lacey.
Oh my God.
Our smile would make you smile.
Smile would make you smile.
Remembering Lacey. How she loved, there's no denial. Now the
This is real?
angels hold
Yeah.
her gently, and little Connor's with her too.
No, he's not.
And she smiles and says, we're alright, and we send our love to you.
And she says,
So full of life and happiness was pretty Lacey's
She was probably dead before she got to the
so
water.
full of life and happiness
With
was
little
pretty
Connor
Lacey's life.
on the way,
That stinks.
just made things seem so right.
Until
Still
her
the two of
husband
them
drowned her.
together from the start to heaven's door. And she smiles and says, we love you, to the one she's loved before. The tears that fell made flowers bloom on earth in heaven too. And little Connor runs and picks them. Mama, these for you. Now
Mama, these for you.
are preparing special tributes from afar. As you gaze into the heavens, look, the Lacey Connor star.
Are we done? President Whistle.
Remembering Lacey, how her smile would make you smile.
That's always the hack solo.
Remembering
When you just play the melody of the
how she
song.
loved,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah, the hack solo.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a South Park song.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
a goof that they would put in like a Team America movie or something.
Here it comes. Yeah. Ooh.
And she smiles and says, we're all right, and we send our love to you.
Yeah, South Park. Remembering Lacey, her smile would make you smile. Alabama
And we
man.
send our love to you.
There are some fucking
Yikes.
crackpots out there.
We love you.
Yeah, you creep.
Did you hear the Amber Fry thing that the baby that she had, the guy who was paying child support was not the father?
Really?
Yeah, something that came out last week.
Who are they speculating the daddy?
It's some guy who owns a restaurant.
Yeah?
They know who it is.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I thought
But
maybe
the guy who's
Scotty
been paying child
was on
support all these years, not the dad.
No?
Nope.
I have a new respect
Ouch.
for Ashley Simpson.
You get that back? You get that shit
She's not
back?
that bad.
No, you don't get it back. Not only do you not get it back, but if you're paying child support and the kid thinks you're the dad, I think you're
You
supposed
still
to
have
keep paying it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I think once you assume the role of father, it's like
What a wreck.
The law is set up to protect the child.
How are you protecting the Rogan fortune? No marriage in your future?
I don't.
Fuck
no.
that shit.
No, I'll
Yeah.
never get married. No.
You never been, right?
No, I never would. No,
Smart
I mean,
guy.
I'm not anti-relationship. You know, I'm just
Mhm.
anti people telling me what to do, and I'm definitely anti-government being involved. I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's an archaic tribal ritual.
Let me get
Doesn't
into
make any sense.
a business deal,
Yeah,
which
what
it
the
is.
fuck is
I will
that?
sign a contract that is so one-sided. You wouldn't sign a fucking contract like that to buy a $200 car.
Yeah.
and now half your life is just gone.
Yeah, that's like one of those behind the music contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking
American
American Idol
got
contract.
screwed.
It's
Yeah.
insane. I can't believe people are still doing it. I mean,
Mhm.
look, I know women all want it because they all want to be locked down. They all think the same thing. They all think I'm getting old. Not all of them, obviously. I know there's some women that don't want this, some women that don't want to be married, some women that are independent. But the women that want to get married, they all think the same thing. They think they're running out of time. Like no one's
Yep.
gonna want them when they get older. That's the big. I don't want to be a 50-year-old woman at the bar. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so they got to get locked into a lower rate or something. It's the same deal, you know. I don't know what's going to happen in the future here, so gonna lock it in now.
My friend Eddie is the best. Like this girl said to him, she goes, "What do you want to do when you're old? You want to be alone?" He goes, "I'd rather be alone than to be locked up with some bitch I don't even want to fuck anymore."
Wow.
Like, whoa.
You see some of those older couples. I saw one on Cops the other day, and it was just classic.
Oh.
They couldn't stop yelling at each other while the cops were in there, and they were in separate rooms.
Oh.
And the cops are trying to be rational, but they're both in their 70s, I think it was. And the cops are trying to say, look, we don't want to come back here tonight. We don't want to take either one of you out. You stay in this room. You're both blaming each other for nagging the other one. So you stay here and don't talk to him. You stay here and don't talk to her, and everything will be fine for the night, and we won't have to come back. And the guy has to go like, yeah, but she's just a bitch. He won't stop yelling. Not for a second.
They can't help themselves.
And you know that is constant.
But that's
it is
all they got.
24 hours a day.
That's
It is all they have.
That's
They
exciting
can't
for them.
break
That's
up.
their life.
That's their life. What
they
are they
have
going to
no
do?
other options.
No.
They're too fucking stupid to have a real life.
They're going to go into separate rooms and read a book or something?
No, they can't.
I just don't understand why people can't just enjoy each other's company. If you don't like each other, just break up. Why does everybody have to make it permanent? And why do they have to suffer through the fucking the pain of it sucking?
It got to the point where they just their entire lives together. You know, I'm sure, you know, hey, doll, you want to dance? At some point, it was so fucking hot for them. They were fucking, they're dancing, they're making out in Times Square under the Jap surrender sign. How does it turn into, this fucking bitch won't leave me alone for a second? And this guy is going to die with her yelling at his dead fucking body. And that's it. You want to trip the like fantastic, doll? No. Fast forward.
All right, listen. We got Al Jorgensen outside after the break. We're going to have him join the party today. Lead singer of Ministry, obviously. But Eric came in here to remind us that Joe Rogan brought one of the greatest things to our satellite radio show. Remember Gangsta Fag?
Holy shit.
That's I got to put that up on my website. I keep saying
And you know what? I don't think we've played this since we've been off the premium, so a lot of people have not heard this thing.
This is the most awful thing. You got to play. Is it? How many songs do we have?
Background. There's like 5 songs.
Because the one is the guy that falls in love with him.
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah,
he
wants it really bad.
Yeah,
it's probably the worst one on the disc.
Yeah, we'll play a little of
Is
this.
this worse than the horse cock thing?
Oh yeah,
This is the audio.
audio-wise. Yeah,
this is a hardcore gangster rapper who's gay.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And I used to do a joke about a hardcore gangster rapper who was gay, like in 1989. I used
so
to
did I. What the fuck, man?
Fuck! But I used to think it was a bad joke, and I stopped doing it once I got a real act. But it was like, my idea was like that rappers always brag about how many chicks they fuck. Like, wouldn't it be funny if there's a gay rapper that would brag about how many dudes he fucks? But there really is! This guy's real! This guy's a real guy!
He's doing it. He's living it right now.
And this tape, the CD, just came. I mean, it's total chance. Nobody's ever heard of this before.
Yeah.
And this guy, somehow or another, produced this. And a buddy of mine was selling T-shirts. My friend Dimitri, he always comes up with these weird scams to make money. And one of his scams,
things are falling apart.
Shit is falling out.
All right.
He was selling T-shirts, and one of them was strap-on tools, and he was selling it at a gay parade to a lot of lesbians. These T-shirts, and this guy came up to him and hit on him. And the guy said, you know, he's like, look, man, I'm straight. I'm just here selling T-shirts. He goes, well, hey, man, I'm a rapper. Check out my shit. And he hands him this Gangsta Fag CD.
Wow.
And he was scared to listen to it. And he goes, you listen to it. I go, oh, man. And I held on to it for a long time. And this is where it gets really crazy. The one time I listened to it, a buddy of mine is a jiu-jitsu instructor, my friend Eddie. And he wrote a book on strangling people, on jiu-jitsu, right? So, but, you know, it looks, jiu-jitsu, if you don't know what's going on, it looks kind of gay. And when we're making this book, we're doing all these photographs of all these different techniques. So it's 2 guys bare-chested with shorts on, and, you know, they're like hugging each other and choking each other, and we're taking photographs of it. And it felt dirty, all right? It just felt funny. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to put on the Gangsta Fag CD. so I put on the Gangsta Fag CD while this is going on. This is the first time we had ever heard it. We were like, this is fucking crazy. So while this is going on, we're in my garage, which is where I have a 4-car garage, and two of the car garages is set up for jiu-jitsu. It's all mats and kickboxing bags and stuff. And we're there, and the other 2 doors are open. and the guy who cleans my pool is walking through, and he's walking into my backyard, and he wants it. This guy's talking about sucking dick and I nutted in his face, and we're there wrestling with no shirts on, and there's a guy taking pictures, and there's like the whole thing is like the bad wood paneling on the walls. I mean, it looks like some fucking weird gay porn.
You gotta get that.
Calvin Klein
You gotta get that
commercial.
video up on your website, man.
Ouch.
We don't have a video. We just have photos.
Oh, you got to redo
It's
it
a
now.
book.
Redo it. Get a
Redo
video
it.
of that.
It's fucking hysterical.
Then why
we
are
were
you
crying, and plus we were stoned out of our
hang?
fucking mind, so it
All
made
right.
it even more silly.
Yeah, so Joe Rogan did the show with us in Vegas when we messed with Ed Asner, and you handed over this to us, and we came back to New York and played it. But why don't we play it again? He Wants It by Gangsta Fag. We might have to stop this in the middle of it. Yeah.
This is real. That's the best part about it.
See, I was getting high with my boys one day, just kicking back, hanging out in L.A. When this dude drove by in this really funky Benz, I could tell right away this motherfucker had ends. Was a white dude, about 30-something, kept staring at me, yo, like he wanted something. He called me over and he asked for directions. I saw his dick was hard, so I peeped his card. I said, you lying, you know you ain't lost. You wanna suck my dick while I'm jacking you off. I got a wife and a kid, and I'm very, very straight. So I said, take my number and my name. You can call me up when you're sick of playing games. As I walked away, yo, I knew he would call. Cause if you see one bag, then you see them all.
In what universe is that happening? Where
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Some white guy is straight and he's got a family and he pulls over to some big black guy and wants to have some kind of sex with him.
Atlanta.
Is that where?
I think there's probably a lot of guys like that with families that are undercover.
When I was down in Atlanta, I was on that what the hell, the Chappelle Show tour. You know, all these black girls were showing up and go, God, look at these girls are gorgeous. And this dude was saying, you got to be careful down here because they have all those, what are they, down low brothers down there?
Ah, yeah.
Where they have girlfriends and they're out fucking around. So there was kind of a high HIV thing kind of going around.
Great.
That's a great thing just to put out there about
AIDS.
Atlanta. Huh?
Hey.
So come to Atlanta.
No tsunamis, but a lot of AIDS.
Gotta get that on a poster. All right, here we go. Back to Gangsta Fag.
So what the fuck you think? So what the fuck you mean? He wants it. Cause if you see one bag, now you see them all. He wants it.
That's like when you spot your first undercover hooker in Las Vegas, and all of a sudden you just see the whole scene. Oh yeah, there's a hooker. There's a hooker. She's from Wisconsin. Saying the same thing about gay guys.
And he finally called. He said his family's gone for a week or two, and he was really bored and needed something to do. So I drove to his crib up in Beverly Hills, a bomb man's house worth a couple of million. He said he wasn't gay, he just wanted to check. And a half hour later, he massaging my back in his white room. He gave me some head. Went in the next room, fucked on his kid's bed. Fucked him, we fucked like bitches in heat. I came on his face and all over the sheets. I was done when I started getting soft. I grabbed the kid's toy and I wiped my dick off.
My favorite line. He wiped his dick off on his kid's toy.
So what the fuck you think? So what the fuck you need? Cause if you see one bag, then you see them all.
Jimmy Jakes is suggesting this should be Eric's walk-in music.
Cause if you see one bag, then you seen them all. The dick was so good that he just couldn't pass up. So all that week, yeah, I'm tearing that ass up. He left to ride him and he left to suck him. And after I was done, I let my homeboys fuck him. Punk ass called me every day. I told him we were through, then he said he would pay. So now twice a week I'm getting paid to tap him. He laced me with the cash and the Visa Platinum. 1 month later and the cat's out the bag. Cause this motherfucker started dressing in drag. But I did my thing and I had my fun with him. It's time to cut him off because I'm done with him. Crying like a bitch and he's starting to beg. He's falling on the ground, holding on to my leg. Screaming, don't leave, please twist it, G. But this is what you get when you fuck with me.
It's not very nice of him.
He's mean.
Yeah.
He's a mean fag.
That's sensitive.
If you see one fag,
Seems like the guy loves him. And, you know,
so what the fuck you think?
ditching him like that.
There's another one, an anti-gay bashing one. Run from the faggots. That's a good one. Where all the faggots come and beat a guy up for gay bashing.
Oh, this is just a message.
He's not gay, okay? I want you to stay away from Papa. He is not gay. We have a family and a son, and we have a life together. You stay away from you, son of a bitch.
That was his wife, I gather.
That's an actress doing a voiceover.
This is a Tom. I'm calling to Twisted. Twisted, please call you. I miss your fucking cock. I miss you. Cock so fucking bad. Help me, Twister. Please fucking call me. Don't do this to me, Twister. Please. Fucking guys, please. Mr. Twisted, this is Tim, Mr. Timmy. I just want to know why my toys sticky and my feet, they keep sticking to me. Why? Why is my toy sticky?
Sounds like Michael Jackson.
Was that necessary?
Yeah, really.
He went. You know, I didn't think you could bring it over the top with that song, but at the end he brings it over the top when he has to have the message from the little kid saying his toy is sticky.
There it is, gangsta fag.
Ooh. Brutal.
All right, we're gonna take a break and get Al Jorgensen of Ministry in here. He's drinking his bottle of wine, man.
Gotta find out if he
He's
digs
rocking,
it.
man.
Gotta find out if he's out of a paper cup.
This is one hell of a
He's going to
show.
do a cover, a speed metal cover of that last song.
We got Bill Burr sitting in for Jimmy Norton. We got
No
Joe
class.
Rogan from Fear Factor, and Al Jorgensen joins the party next. Stay there.
Hi, everybody. It's Pat O'Brien, and congratulations to XM on 5 million.
Hey, this is Jeff Norris. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
Hi, I'm Rafael Palmeiro of the Baltimore Orioles. Congratulations, XM, on 5 million subscribers.
The virus is inside us. OAvirus.com. Assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with Black Flag. Your web page just got hijacked by Whack Bag. The gag order's gone. Time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores who dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These two obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ask Howard, he don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
An Anthony Show.
Nice. Ministry. This is murder music, man. You just have to kill people with this. I love it.
It rocks! Let's get Al Jorgensen in here.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
We are just some no-class motherfuckers in here. We go out and get a bottle of wine and can't even get like one nice wine glass to have around here. He's drinking it out of one of the Starbucks cups. You know?
Starbucks I ever had.
Yeah?
Best Starbucks
I was
ever
saying,
had.
though, we're some no-class motherfuckers. We should have had some wine glasses or something. They even got the, you know those cheesy corporate parties you go to where they have those snap-together wine glasses, those plastic ones? Even one of those would have been better than a Starbucks cup. I think it kind of ruins the wine when you pour it in that wax-coated cup.
He doesn't give a shit. Look at him.
Nah, you know.
Oh, let me get your mic on. There you go. Hey, Al.
Pinkies
Welcome to
up.
Satellite Radio, buddy.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies.
How's the wine? It was $40.
Not good enough.
Hawk pulled it out of his ass. Pretty good?
Then good enough.
Not bad?
Yeah, it's not bad.
You like it?
I can't pronounce it, but it's not bad.
Yeah, try to pronounce that. 'Cause
whatever
Margot.
works for you.
That's what it is.
You were a wine aficionado? Is that what people are saying?
I used to be till I got here today, man.
See? We don't fuck. What do we know? We suck.
Dude, he's got you beat over here.
What was he got?
He's
Red
eating,
Bull?
No,
What?
fuck the Red Bull. He's been eating
pot lollipops.
pot lollipops.
Hot lollipop.
That's Joe Rogan from Fear Factor, by the way.
What's up, dude?
And that's Bill Burr, a very funny guy to you right there.
Some kind of Joe. I'm just watching Joe on TV. There's some poor broad hanging from a landing gear of an airplane.
Yeah, Fear Factor's on right now.
How is this legal? How is it even legal?
Do you remember doing this one, Joe? Vaguely?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Joe, I don't know, there's something, an airplane.
I was probably thinking about Pluto or something while this was going on.
There you are, man.
Ooh, what a nice
Yeah.
shirt. Wearing a nice burgundy shirt.
You
Got
look
a
all
couple of girls with
concerned.
big tits on.
Very concerned.
What are you yelling into some earpiece in her ear?
No, she can't hear me.
Nah.
No.
You just stand below and
Fucking high up
try
there.
to. That is really high up, man.
Yeah, 3,000 feet or
Scary
something.
shit. Do you have a contingency plan for people dying? Have you guys talked about?
I think what they're going to do is if somebody dies, they're going to gun everybody down and blame it on the terrorists.
Is that it?
Don't let the terrorists take away your fear factor. With new host, Adam Carolla.
Wait.
How do you think Nicole and Stephanie are going to do?
I'm going to be shocked if they do it. It's hard.
All right, it's nice meeting you. Take it easy.
Get out
Bye, guys.
Take care, Tiffany.
Joe's
all stoned.
Joe's psyched now. Good.
I would have
More
loved
left,
to win the
and I'm out of here.
$50,000, but I would have really
I
loved
like the walk
away.
of shame.
Yeah, the walk of shame.
Just get
is
the
bad.
fuck out of here, you failure.
So dumb.
He hates. I love it. He hates doing that show.
Come on, who wouldn't want this show though?
But he's so serious.
It's like he says, you go on, everyone else has to do the work.
Yeah,
everyone else is climbing around on aircraft and
this is going to be
being dropped into vats of dog shit.
10 years.
I'll show some Corey now.
I can do a handstand for like 30 seconds.
baby, come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
I used to make my
All right,
sister
don't
do
waste all your energy.
handstands
I'm
at
impressed
nightgowns.
already. I
My
can't do
sister's
that.
friends.
That's pretty badass.
It's wonderful.
Pretty solid.
And my sister.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go kick some ass. I'm betting on you.
All right.
I can't say that anymore, by the way.
What?
I can't say kick ass anymore. Can't say that.
They told you not to say.
Then not only that, they told me I can't say hell anymore. I can't say, all right, let's get the hell out of here. You can't say hell.
kidding
No, no,
me?
no. The lowest rung on the bad word food chain. That is the lowest rung.
Yeah, hell.
An imaginary world where the bad guy lives in a land of fire. And you can't fucking say that anymore. How fucking stupid are people? You can't say hell anymore. Whoa! That's like the only progress we've made in regards to religion is that if you bring up the devil, people think you're fucking crazy. You can talk about God all you want. You know, the president can talk about God on television, but if you ever got on TV and said, we found Satan in Afghanistan and we're tracking him by radar, you'd be like, okay, what the fuck?
Satan's bad.
Right, but if there's a God, there's got to be a Satan, right? Doesn't it work like
They never
that?
talk about
What
it.
about cock and pussy? Those are two different things you could
You
in context.
I don't
right?
think if you can't say hell, I'd be willing to say cock and pussy on Fear Factor out of the question.
Don't you have cats on Fear
Cocks
Factor?
are
A
roosters
pussy.
and pussy is a cat,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I don't think that.
You know that wouldn't fly?
You can't hold up a dead cat and Joe Rogan will say you have to eat this pussy to get through to the next level. I don't see it happening.
That's got to be legal.
Yeah, to battle the cock, which is this rooster in a cage here.
Eat the pussy to
You're
battle
afraid of the
cock.
cock, are you? Afraid of the cock, little lady? On Kids Fear Factor?
A bunch of people want to say hi to Al. Let's go to Tim in Illinois.
Go
Tim,
away.
what's up, Tim?
Al, I used to love eating lots of ass and listening to your music back in the day.
Me too.
Joe Rogan, you rock.
Thanks, dude.
I ain't got shit else to say. Punch it out.
Wow.
That's all you had?
Well, that was pretty enlightening.
A lot of people give you big respect there, Al. Ministry was the single most important influence in the sound and concept of Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor, 2005.
He said that?
Hell yeah.
What a pussy cock. Hell. Hell.
And Scott Ian from Anthrax said, I'm not a religious man, but I've been a faithful follower and member of Al's ministry for over 20 years.
He's got that right. He's not a religious man. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Well, you've been around a long time. What do you think of today's music?
I think I'm getting pretty old.
Is that it?
I'm like, what, 69, 70 years old now or some shit? It's like
Hold it up.
25 years. That's gross, man.
25
my
years.
liver is pissed that I've been in this music business that long, man.
Do you listen to anything new or?
No.
You
I hate
don't
music.
like it all?
I really do hate music.
Really?
I watch Fear Factor and wait for them to say cock and pussy, and that about takes up my whole night, all right?
You'll never get a straight answer.
We got two people in the studio that hate what they're doing.
All right, Joe.
But it pays well.
Oh, that's funny.
But it pays well. No, he obviously does it. What is it? Your chat there? I thought I saw a Blue Oyster Cult thing going on there.
That is a Blue Oyster Cult thing going on. That shows you again. I mean,
Fan
that
of
was
the-
like, what, 1931 that they were big or something? It's like...
They got me through the war, the
Yeah,
big
right,
one.
the big one.
He's got Herman's Hermits across his back. This guy's going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people giving you legendary status.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
saying you're a fucking legend.
Uh-oh.
That's not... I don't know how good a thing that is in rock music.
Well, it gets me out of some speeding tickets, but
Does it?
other than that, it's not really worth much.
Yeah. What do you do with yourself these days? Touring?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Recording?
It's the big one coming up.
The big one's
Yeah,
coming up?
we got Revolting Cocks opening for Ministry on this tour, which is going to probably require an oxygen tank for me when I'm done doing both shows, right? Come out in a walker for Ministry, I think, but...
Can't be that old.
I'm getting there, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm 46. My liver's about 91, so
Yeah.
it gets a
little
gets
rough.
a little bit hard for the second show.
Live the life the whole time
I just
you've
have
been...
to just pump a bunch of Viagra before each show. And,
I don't think you need a hard-on. Interesting.
You could just get a cucumber.
Have a
It
sandwich.
gets in the way of the guitar. He's playing it so far from
Hey,
his
wait a
body.
second. If you play
Your priorities are all
your
fucked up,
guitar
man.
over your cock, you're not a guitar player. You got to be able to hang it down over your cock. So you got to wear your guitars low. I hate those
Low
guys that wear
slung.
the high waistband golf pants and then wear their guitars up high like those old jazz cats. That's disgusting.
That's
man.
like back in the 60s, the early 60s,
It's
the
just really
English
gross.
guys.
Right,
were
right,
Way
right.
up high like
Exactly.
that. George Harrison was up way up high like
disgusting.
that.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to wear it
That's what
sling
he died
like a
from. It's like
gunslinger.
high guitar disease.
Is that it?
Yeah.
He gave him a tumor
Yeah,
being up so close to his chest.
Yeah,
All right, let's go to Rev on Whackbag. Rev, what's up?
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to ask Al if you got any shit from anyone on the religious right for nicknaming himself Al Qaeda for a while there.
Oh, paying
Did you
attention,
call
are you?
yourself Al Qaeda?
I was Al Qaeda, then I was Al Jazeera, and I've been Al lots of things. Alchemy, aluminum, alcohol, you name it. So I mean that was just a little phase. And
Yeah?
Yeah, I got shit from the right. I mean, why wouldn't I? That's awesome.
And that's what you were gunning for?
I love those guys, man. I mean, for a while they had me on some religious right website that had me like public enemy #2 behind Michael Moore, which was
Wow.
that was pretty
Wow.
good.
It's hard to get past Michael
sweet.
Moore.
Yeah, so in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, hard to get around him. Yeah, so why did you choose that? Just to give them shit, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Not a big fan
bored.
of Bush, are you?
I wouldn't think you're a fan of Al Qaeda though either.
No, I'm not a fan of any of them bastards. You know, I'm a fan
Either
of,
side, right?
You know, some are fans. Alcohol fan.
Alcohol.
Al Qaeda, not a fan.
Al is a handy name to have,
Yeah,
isn't
isn't
it?
it? It's great. Yeah.
With anything behind it like that. Not a fan of Bush, obviously.
No.
No.
You'll never see Al Bush either.
No. What did you think of the last election? John Kerry. Did you vote for him, or did you think he was another asshole? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just the whole special interest group thing that runs the government is what we really got to dismantle. These little prop-up cardboard cutouts that they put up. The problem with Bush, here's the problem with Bush. In a sense, I almost appreciate Reagan now because at least Reagan knew he wasn't running things. He was just acting as president, right,
Yeah.
as an actor. And Bush actually thinks he is. Which is
Yeah.
creepy. I mean, he actually thinks he's running things and shit.
We were talking in the office about Bush and how much like I just can't stand him, and I was a supporter of him early on, and when you look at somebody even like Reagan or Clinton, for that matter, two opposite ends of the spectrum, you remember during their presidency them sitting at their desk at the Oval Office and signing shit. Yeah, whatever they were doing, it was a bill for the environment, or it was some kind of tax thing that Reagan was doing that no one liked, but he felt strongly about it, or something. It was something. When you never see Bush in the Oval Office working, the guy has done nothing as far as getting this.
Listen, you know what was cool about Clinton and all them shots of him signing shit in the Oval Office is he was getting a Hummer underneath the desk at the same time.
Or he
So
had
that
to
was
move the page because like it got a cum stain on it. Imagine like some fucking important bill, you put it on your desk and a little cum starts seeping through where you signed it and smudges your signature. How wonderful that is. But you never see Bush doing anything. He's always giving the same fucking speech every time. Yeah. He's up there, evil Al Qaeda. We got to deal with. It's always about freedom. And we're staying the course and do it. And he's never working as president.
What do you think about the Inquirer story that he's drinking?
I believe that,
think so?
absolutely.
Well,
That's what the Inquirer said.
The Inquirer reported
his
poll numbers are like what 31% approval.
His poll numbers are in the
drinking.
shitter. He's got the war. He's got two fucking major disasters that were one of them, the first one at least complete.
He's probably back on the crack too.
Well, someone else has
I
said
think
that
so
he's
Because, if you're president, you know you got a good deal.
What room do you go to
Yeah.
to smoke crack if you're the president? What room is secure enough?
That's a basement thing.
That's got to be a cube with no windows.
Incoming nuclear weapon from Russia. That room that's left over.
Right. That's the room you
Can
smoke
you
crack
imagine
in.
having that kind of power, though, man? It's one time I wound up at this party with Ronald Reagan Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I asked him was like, have you ever beat off in the White House? I mean, it's like I had to ask.
Was that the first?
That's the very first thing, because I've always wondered that. It's like, did you put on Nancy's dresses and kind of whack it and, like, pretend to pick up the red phone and start a nuclear war or some kind of crazy shit, right?
Sure.
So I asked him that, and
Give
he was
him
like,
a lollipop, man.
and he was like, no, I never beat off in the White House. I'm like, get out of here. It's the first thing I would do if I ever was invited to the White House. I'd go beat off in every room. It'd just be a gas,
Jacking
right?
in the Lincoln bedroom.
Jacking in the Lincoln room, right? But he denied it, so I finally just kept on him and on him. He goes, all right. When I was 9 and my dad lived in the governor's office, I did let my Labrador retrievers pee on me on the front lawn. I'm like, you'll admit to that, but you won't admit to whacking it in the White House?
Golden shower from his
that's
dog.
Fucked up, man.
He's a strange guy.
Yeah, he is, man.
Ronald Reagan Jr. was always a strange guy.
Yeah, they kind of tried to keep him under wraps. And then he got a lot of publicity. He was like,
hardcore
gonna be an actor
Democrat.
and, yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
weird.
against his dad.
Strange.
But like I was saying though, at least back
He
then,
can't be a Democrat. He didn't whack it in the White House. Come on, man.
Not a good Democrat.
What kind of Democrat are you?
Ask Al about Ministry's Piss Army. What is that?
That's kind of like our Kiss Army.
Kiss Army. Only,
it's the golden version of the Kiss Army.
All right. What do you think of other guys that are supposedly the legendary status, like guys from Kiss? Gene Simmons, you see him out there hawking his stuff. And,
yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm not really into that, man.
No?
I mean, it's like, well, I'm also jealous too. He says he's had sex with 11,000 women a year or something, and
you got a wedding ring on,
caliber
right?
of
yeah,
those.
I got a wedding ring. I have sex with
We were
one
just
gal a year.
We were just talking about marriage.
Well, not once a year, but one gal.
Joe Rogan, not a fan of marriage.
Just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
How long you been married?
What? 3. Oops, I'm in trouble.
Oh, is that her right there?
Yeah.
There you go.
How long?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 beautiful,
Nice.
golden, amazing years.
There you go. Things going well?
Yeah.
Sign a prenup?
No.
No?
I'm fucked.
You are so screwed, my friend. That's it.
Way to fucking go,
Half
Al.
those half those hats are hers.
His next tour will be playing ukulele.
Coffee houses and bongos for me, man.
Yeah. Wow. What? Not that she isn't lovely, and I'm sure you two get along fine. But what made you get married?
We were at Graceland.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's the answer.
And that does it?
I don't know.
That's
Elvis,
the kind of magic
some
over
kind
here?
of magic, weird shit. We got married at
You
Graceland.
see a vision, get married.
Wow.
Lose all your shit.
No, Graceland is bizarre to get married in, man. They have all these...
You got
like,
married in Graceland?
In Graceland, yeah. All right? At the little chapel behind in his backyard or whatever. And as you go all through Graceland, they have all these fucking rocks that are like, fake rocks, fake things that have speakers in it, that whenever you pass by the rock, it has some kind of motion sensor, and it says Elvis thing, so you think you're losing your fucking mind the whole time you're walking around there.
Elvis?
You're like, hey, man, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay, man. Go ahead and get married, man. It's all right. It's actually, seriously, it's creepy.
He's the most whored out performer ever. Elvis Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
I went there and I wanted to laugh at him, and I actually went into his house and I felt bad for him. Like, I wanted to laugh at, like, all his furniture and shit, and it's just like, people just walking up to his grave, taking pictures and shit. It's just like, can you let the guy go?
No.
Never.
No, they can't. Speakers that speak his voice as you're walking through, like, ghostly advice? What is he?
Dude, no. This is a true story. All right, so we're at the altar at the little chapel, me and Angie. And I'm sweating because I've already had one really ruinous, failed, horrible, shitty-ass marriage.
So
right?
why would you do it again?
Well, because she's great, okay? But and not only that, we were at Graceland. I got caught up in the moment, and I'm really glad I did. But at any rate, I'm at the altar. So I go, look, I got to take a piss. So I left Angie at the altar, went to go take a piss. And in the actual bathroom next to the altar, there's an escape door.
Get out.
For guys, I swear to God, there's an escape door in case you just want to like bolt at the last
Does that rock
second,
say,
right?
"Oh, run, man"? Just run.
No, but
There you go, man.
so I'm in there looking at the
Don't do it.
door. I'm throwing water on my face because I'm kind of like, man, do I really want to do this? I don't know. And I'm looking at the escape door in the back, which is open. I check, so you can haul ass and run, right? And I'm throwing water on my face. All of a sudden, I hear through the speakers, "It's all right, man. It's all gonna be okay." And they do that shit on purpose. I swear. I talked to Pastor. What was his name? Pastor Bear. Pastor Bear was the guy who looked exactly like Jerry Falwell. It was creepy, man. It's like
it's creepy.
Jerry Falwell married us, basically. And they got Elvis piped through everything. Everything, man. It's creepy.
It's sad, man.
Did you plan on getting married there, or did you just
No, it was
get
a
there
last-
and go, hey, let's get married?
Last minute thing, yeah.
That's one of those places that people like Vegas and
Yeah.
are
one of
there.
those,
People just
me and
decide.
Brittany, it's like
Yeah.
we're the same kind of deal.
Disney.
His house is like hooked up from like, it was like his house was this shit in like 1972.
Yeah.
See, he has like, Elvis used to like to watch all the football games, and he has like three TVs that are like the kind you have like in your kitchen on the counter that you don't even fucking have cable hooked up to.
The Zenith that we were
old
talking about
Zenith.
yesterday. Zenith TVs to watch the football.
Trinitron. Yeah.
That's a hell of a way to get married there, Al.
They
Right
left
on. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Right
they
on.
left everything like it was at the time. Hey, that's great. You are really going to polish off that bottle. How many bottles do you say you go through a day?
About 17.
17?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Well,
No
in
way.
between 3 and 17.
How many?
How
Come
many?
on, hold me up.
One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's saying
Oh,
one. So the
Angie's-
truth lies somewhere in the middle, which
Angie's
is still
blowing
a
up your
lot.
spot over there.
Oh, you're asking me what she allows me to drink before the rolling pin comes out over the head. That's one.
She don't look like
I
a
know,
rolling
it's only
pin type.
It's only 10:30. He's already done with his first one. It's a hell of a pace.
Hey, we got Mark from Iowa. Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say Al should change his name to Al Amoni.
Hey, thanks a lot, asshole.
Very good.
Way to go.
nice. Very nice.
Funny one. Go ahead, spread that idea around. Nice job.
Some guy called Radio Guy. Radio Guy.
Hey. I just wanted to ask Al about, back in the day, they used to sound like the Pet Shop Boys. So I was wondering what he thinks about, what the music they did back then. Do they still get fans coming, like, asking for that kind of crap?
Hell no, man. I killed the pets.
What? But the earlier music was more what?
Oh, the early music was complete crap. The record label had me basically like Milli Vanilli.
Ouch.
Without the dreads. Oh, it was
Really?
gross. Yeah. No, I mean, seriously, I had stuff written for that record that wound up 2 records later because the label I was on was like, they appointed a producer, they wrote the songs, they wrote the choruses, they appointed everyone for me, and I just sat around like, when do I lip sync?
And what year was this about?
83.
83, and it was that type of like Pet Shop Boys
Oh,
sound?
It's disgusting, yeah.
Wow.
I've longed to
Any
song
songs
that
we
record.
would know from that?
I hope not.
We'll look it up.
You got any?
Fuck you, man. That's it. I'm 2 bottles
He just
now.
leaped right on it.
Let's look it up, man.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Wait.
I got some titles.
Listen,
Come
I just
on.
went through hell this morning on ESPN. All right, I'm a Blackhawks fan, lifer.
Yeah.
And the first thing they show when I'm on there is the 1971 shot of Henri Richard in Game 7 against the Canadiens in '71. Beating Tony Esposito. I was curled up in fetal position, started sucking my thumb and crying, whimpering like a baby on ESPN. Now you guys are going to fuck with me hard on this, too? You guys suck.
We have fucked. The thing is, though, we've brought out our first ever broadcast on the radio, mine and Opie's, and it's horrific. It's impossible to listen to.
Yeah.
Jimmy Norton brought his first tape of doing comedy. And it's one of those things. It's a cringe moment.
Yeah.
2004,
Sometimes you just have to sit
2002.
through.
But I'm only allowed 1 cringe a day.
Is that it?
I already had my cringe. moment
2005. Keep going, Nathaniel.
No, Nathaniel will never find it. You'll probably get lucky and it won't be on
I will
Gillette.
kick your ass. Dude. Seriously, I'm going through that bulletproof glass fucking window, and I'm
We got Joe
totally
Rogan.
tearing
We're not
into you,
scared.
man.
Let's
All
find
right.
He will kill you.
How's that for a Fear Factor episode? Will you jump through that window and kill that man?
This looks like a murder. There's a girl with an electric eel in a tank surrounding her head.
They're morays.
Oh, moray?
I remember this episode.
Morays are nasty too, though, right?
Yeah, they're dangerous.
They'll bite your
Al,
face
They
off.
bit the shit out of one of the guys.
You're
that was
safe.
handling it.
In our master computer,
Really?
we don't have the 1983
Hey,
stuff.
dude, get some brown recluses on your show. Look what they did to
yeah,
me. Check
they
that out.
fuck
What the
you
fuck
up,
is
huh?
that? What are those?
I got bit by a brown recluse. They wanted to take my arm off.
What is a brown recluse?
It's a
crazy
fucking
spider.
asshole brown hairy spider, man. Yeah, in Austin,
is that
Texas.
what those divots are? Those looks like someone took an awl.
No. See this right
Where
here?
was that?
In Austin.
Texas, yeah?
Yeah.
Got them
so
bugs there?
the thing swelled up like Popeye's arm, right? And I'm like, no, I'll just do some Benadryl. I hate fucking doctors. So I'm like eating Benadryl. I'm just like, ain't gonna go. But they're finally like, dude, now your finger is, this middle finger is the size of like a fucking kielbasa, right? So they're like, you got to go to the hospital. So I go to the hospital. I'm thinking they're going to give me some antibiotics or something. I go in there. The first thing they say is, well, we have to take that arm off now.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't play fucking drums for Def Leppard. Okay? It's like, I'm a guitar player, and I think there's only one-armed guitar player, and that's the guy the Pope keeps hostage in the Vatican that plays classical guitar with his feet.
Oh, yeah. Remember that guy?
That guy rules. He's not allowed to leave either. They'd have him hostage in there. We got to free the one-armed fucking guitar player from the Vatican. But so I was like telling him that. So they made me sign something saying like, well, if I die from the poison, I can't sue them and all this shit. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm not playing.
What did they
drums
have to
for
do
Def
to your
Leppard.
arm?
They had to cut it open from the middle finger all the way up.
Holy
right?
shit.
And
From the middle
drain
finger
fucking poison.
across the palm of your
I
hand.
drove to the hospital with a kielbasa like this.
Through
right?
the wrist up to your elbow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they wanted to just
So-
chop it off right away.
Oh yeah, they were like, "You're gone, dude. You're gonna die." And I'm like, "No."
So what did they do
From a
after they?
spider.
What did
Well,
they do after they opened
cut
it
it
up?
open? They drain the
It's like,
poison.
what fucking
and
year
shit.
is this?
And but the worst. Here's how creepy the whole medical system is. It's like right as they're putting me under, right, with you know the wonderful gas.
Yeah,
I love
good
that
stuff.
shit. That stuff's it's pretty cool. But anyway, right as they're putting me under, here comes another fucking legal beagle with like a piece of paper and a pen. As I'm starting to nod off, they're going, and you also can't sue us if they fuck up your tattoos.
Oh.
I mean, they're all worried about everything, man. Like, I'm like, look, just keep my fucking arm. I don't care about the tattoos, dude. I'm not playing drums for Def Leppard, okay?
Did you say to him after all is said and done, do you call up that doctor and go, you were going to cut my fucking
I know,
arm off,
I know.
and it's fine now?
Yeah. No,
And was the guy like lazy? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like you bring
totally.
a piece of shit car and that's a total, man. We'll get you into something else.
Dude, hey, they cut my toe off. In
Oh, let's see
Texas,
it.
they're butchers there. You want to see it?
What the hell they do to your toe?
I got
Spider?
infected.
Oh, Angie doesn't want us to see your
Another
toe.
spider. What? No, I'm showing my toe. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
right on.
Last time I was here, I thumped my whatever on a microphone and
All right, let's-
kind of freaked Bodie out. But this toe is actually cooler. See?
Holy
shit!
I thought you.
They cut
I
it
thought
off.
you meant one of the little ones.
They cut it off.
Holy crap.
No.
They took out the big one.
The big toe is completely gone.
Oh, you want this? You want a close up? Well, should I whack it while you're like?
Say it.
What?
You sold?
I sold my toe for rock and roll.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Completely gone. Joe,
What? Wow.
Joe Rogan, are you freaked out?
Nah, Joe's seen.
After I saw that guy get fucked by the horse, I'm okay.
Joe has seen too much. In a
Yeah.
weird way,
It
it
is
makes it
crazy,
more
though.
aerodynamic. Yeah, wouldn't the foot
No.
be better without the big
No,
toe?
no,
It's more
believe me.
efficient.
It's kind of freaky because like I was shoplifting sunglasses right after I got out of jail at this Citgo. You know,
Instead of Citgo, he's the lead singer
Well,
ministry.
yeah.
Jesus, Al.
It's just
Got a big hole in your sock.
It's for sport.
You ever
dude.
go to
It's
the
for
beach?
sport. Yeah, well, you know.
How do you handle that flip-flop
wait a
thing?
second. Wait a second. I gotta.
He's got to tape it on.
No. Flip-flop thing is out of the question, dude. Forget it.
Tape it? All right, listen.
Do I tape it?
Wait, I want to.
No, I staple
Get some
it.
duct tape.
I staple it.
I want to hear the.
Dude, I got a roadie that actually has webbed feet to make up for my missing
Nice.
toe.
Oh, my
I
God.
want to hear the shoplifting story.
All right, so I'm in there shoplifting sunglasses, and this black chick comes in on crutches, just
Theme
like,
today.
just freaking out, man, like really struggling. I go, you know, I'm trying to make conversation because I see that the fucking guy's staring at me by the sunglasses, so I know I'm gonna get busted. So I'm like,
Yeah.
trying to play nicey, right? So I'm talking to her, and she's like, I just had my toe amputated. I'm like, so did I. When? And she's like, 3 months before I did. And I go, you're on crutches? She's like, yeah, the doctor told me I'd be on crutches for 6 months. I was out there. I walked out the next day. So I went back, I called my doctor that took my toe off, and first of all, they wouldn't give it back. I wanted to wear it as an earring or some shit. I was like, the fuckers took it and sent it to CDC for some reason or whatever to see if it was toxic or blowing
toe?
or toxic toe. So I called my doctor, and he's like, well, I've never quite seen this where we take a big toe off and somebody walks right out of the hospital. And he goes, the only thing I could probably fathom is that you've just been so high and drunk all your life, you're used to walking out of equilibrium, right? So apparently now I'm like normal without the toe. So
it balanced things out.
It balanced things out.
You never said, how did you lose it?
Oh, I stepped on some fucking splinter that I left in there for like, goddamn, I don't know.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
I thought it was another spider or something.
No,
Dude,
the spider's got it in for me, dude.
And didn't want to go to the doctor or something to get it out?
I hate doctors. Dude.
But
every
at
time
what
I go
point
there, they take a part off me.
Well, because you're waiting. You know, he does have a point. They took his
missing the connection.
The arm. Yeah.
There's a lesson to be learned.
All right, I got it, guys.
It must have turned black or something, right?
Yeah, it
started
total.
turning black.
Did you at least take pictures of it before they hacked it off?
No, dude, I thought it was fine. I thought eat a couple Benadryl, it'll go away. Right?
Benadryl. Where'd you get the idea that was a cure-all?
I don't know.
That Benadryl stock is just dropping.
Al Jorgensen of Ministry, you're all right, man.
That's great, man.
We got the picture of your missing big toe up online already.
Wow, that was fast.
Cool. That was really fast.
God damn, is that fast?
And there's already like
That's a real fucking rock star right there. You know,
sold my toe for rock and roll.
Wow.
It looks like your other toe is making up for your big toe. It's getting bigger or something.
Getting wider.
No, it's pissed.
It's
got to take over the
do all this extra work.
Twice the work.
Exactly. Twice the work, half the pay.
A bunch of little kids like the dad left. No fucking angry.
You're the man now.
That first toe had to become the man of the family before he even wanted to. I didn't have a childhood.
He was the dad raising the other toes, and he was 16.
Look, man, I didn't want it, but this little piggy is now the breadwinner.
Let's go to Elmer. Elmer, what's up?
Elmer.
Hey, what's up, man? I wanted you to ask Al about the time he blew up his tour bus.
Al, you blowed up your tour bus?
Well, yeah.
I got shrapnel in my eardrum. I took a couple Benadryl.
No, it was actually probably the fucking coolest thing with my eyes that I've ever seen.
Really?
I mean, probably the birth of my daughter with a close second on blowing up the tour bus.
And now what happened?
Okay. So, first, I have to preface this by saying when I was in Nashville, Tennessee on the Lollapalooza tour, back in 93, kids. Anyways, so this toothless, like, old man at this, like, truck stop where we go in and shoplift sunglasses, like, immediately it's like, hey, you guys want to buy some fireworks? I'm like, yeah, cool.
Oh,
all right,
no,
great, right?
shit. Don't take long to put two and two together here.
So I went behind the Petra. Well, there's a Petra truck stop. And I bought this, what looked like a fucking bazooka. I mean, it was like 6 feet long metal tube, all right? And we like to have fun with fireworks anyways. I mean, we wake each other up on the bunks with like M80s and shit in the bunk, like, wake up, fucker, boom! You know? So we're kind of prone to that anyways. But,
lose a thumb.
But this was a fucking bazooka, dude. But I was like, yeah, it was cheap. It was like $50. It's like, yeah, awesome, bring it, you know? And I forgot about it. I set it up on there, and then Gibby Haynes from the Butthole Surfers was traveling with us for a while, too, so Gibby got into our M80 supply that we usually throw at each other and shit. So Gibby's like, hey, man, let's light these up in the bus. I'm like, oh, that is so lame, man. We do that every day. What's wrong with you? Here, I remember. I got this fucking 6-foot pyro on here. So we're in the back of the bus. We light the fucking thing. No. And this thing, the guy told me, I remember the toothless guy told me it's supposed to make like a pirate ship in the air or some shit. It's supposed to make this galleon with multicolored shit. So we light the thing in the bus while we're rolling down the highway between Houston and Dallas, right?
Where are you aiming it?
Right, we're in the very back lounge because that's the only place I'm allowed to be. I go right to the back of the bus, right? They're like, so we light it, and I'm laughing. I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna put it out, okay? I'll light it and just freak everyone out a little bit. The thing's a professional pyro. It's got an underwater fuse. You cannot put it out. So we're like, you have to cut it in front of it, right? And no one has scissors, so everyone just scrambles out of the back room, man. Just, whoa, diving into bunks. Like, oh. And it's down to me, Gibby, and this guy named Greg Workman, who runs Ipecac Records, right? And we're all passing the thing back and forth going, you take it, 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 you take it.
Bugs Bunny cartoon.
So it was totally, it was, Acme explosives. So at that point, Gibby jumps down into the final open bunk, shuts the curtain, and hunkers down. Me and Greg are still passing it back and forth. I finally go, Greg, that's it, man, I'm out of here. And so Greg, just gets down on one knee at the very back of the bus and aims it for the front of the bus. That's all you can do. Booyah! The thing goes off, and they had the front door closed up front because the rest of the band was a bunch of straight-edge guys playing bridge or some shit up there, and they always thought we were disgusting, so they always put us in the back of the bus. And even for them, this was pretty cool. It's or not uncool, I should say. It's just what was that explosion? Because this explosion comes up, starts hitting the door between the front and the back of the bus, like this ping, 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 ping. All these pellets. Pellets bounce off the door and catch every bunk on fire. All right? And the great thing about this is every fire was a different color. Because it was like Apocalypse Now on the fucking bridge scene, dude, with Lance doing that. So the whole bus is on this colored fire. All of a sudden the brakes slam on. The bus driver's like, that's it, I'm calling the police, you motherfuckers, my bus is on fire, I'm calling the police right now. So he makes us all get off the bus. Take everything off, you're kicked off, you're kicked off. So we had a keg of beer on tap in the back, so we grabbed that, left our luggage on, just grabbed the keg of beer, went off and waited for the cops, right? So the cops come up and see this bus on the side of the road with purple, orange, green smoke pouring out of the thing, man. I mean, it was so psychedelic, right?
A crow's nest on top and sparklers.
These guys were right out of fucking Dukes of Hazzard, these state troopers that came up like, boy. And the bus driver's jumping up and down, literally having a tantrum, jumping I want these boys in jail. They ruined my bus. And all shit. And the fucking cop looks at him and just goes, boy, get these boys back on the bus. What'd you expect? These are rockers. This ain't Mozart. Which is awesome, because we're sitting there pouring, drinks off a keg of beer on the side of the road, laughing our ass off while the bus driver has no solution to this, man.
That's
great. You gotta know that's bad if it's going to make a galleon. It's not like a sparkler or fucking like an aerial bomb or something. If something's going to make a galleon, there's a lot of shit in there that's going to burn.
Well, dude, the recoil sent Greg 3 feet in the air.
God, what a great fucking story. That's the greatest tour bus story ever. Ever.
It wasn't that great. It cost us, $63,000?
In hindsight, it's got to be worth at least $63,000.
Yeah, I know.
Pirate ship line's the best.
The colored smoke was the best, dude. That was so Apocalypse Now.
God, I wish you had video of that. That would have been insane.
Kind of a little bit hectic to get a little bit video camera going, man. You take it, you take it, you take it, you take it.
Great shit, man.
By the way, people are checking out your missing toe picture like crazy.
Cool.
On OpieandAnthony.com. It's Al Jorgensen of Ministry. Let's say hi to Scott in good old Tennessee. Scott, what's up?
Hey, Al, I was just wondering when the next album's coming out, man.
Yeah, we should do some business here, right?
When you said Tennessee, I thought he was going to go, hey, I was the one that sold you that.
Oh, the toothless guy.
When's the next album coming out? April 13th. That's my daughter's birthday, and that's when the new one's going to come out. Right. Well, I mean, I got one out today or something. They want me to shill, but they mean the label.
What's out today?
Rentology.
And what's that about?
I don't know. You keep asking me all them hard questions.
I don't know.
Man.
Is it what? Is it remixes or something?
It's a bunch of shit on there.
You're not happy with it?
No, it's all great.
It's awesome. This guy rocks. Al rocks. Derek, you got a little something to play for Al Jorgensen?
You fucking... I will attack.
Go ahead, play
it.
Oh,
you
no.
suck.
Let's see.
Oh, my God. No. Make it stop. Make it stop.
From 1983.
Shut the fuck up. No, you suck. Seriously, after I'm done here, you are so getting your ass kicked.
What were you wearing when you were singing this?
What was I wearing?
Did you have like a vest with like no shirt?
Yeah, that and a G-string, some hot
We all have our crosses to bear from the past, my friend.
All right, hey, make this equal opportunity. Play his first shit. Over
Yeah,
there,
it's
all right?
really bad.
All right.
It's really
Way
bad.
to go, fuckhead. Nice job. I'm so happy
I
with
can't
you
believe
right
Derek.
now.
I can't believe Derek was brave enough to do that.
No, that's pretty cool. He's got
pretty
some
cool,
balls.
Derek.
I may spare his life and just beat him to an inch of it. How's that? We'll spare him, though.
Spare him. Wow, that's terrific.
No,
Come on.
not.
It's 1983.
I ain't come here to
Everybody
get
hates
insulted.
their
I
own
could do
shit.
that everywhere.
We thought we were all getting along. What the
Nah,
hell?
it's all peaceful,
And we
man.
got your bottle
Yeah.
of wine. We had to, make fun of you. Well, it's
Where's-
gone. It was a bottle of wine. I was going to ask you for
Now
a
it's a
little.
projectile.
All right. This has been a hell of a show, I got to tell you. Hell of a show. Are you promoting anything else, Al? You don't give a shit, do you?
Yeah.
You got a
I
lovely,
really don't.
You got a
It's
lovely
hockey
wife.
season. There's no time to promote.
Let's go Islanders, right?
Fuck you, man.
I see the shirt, man.
Dude.
Blackhawks all the way. For
And
you.
we stole your defenseman, too, so
Yeah, I know.
eat my shit.
Hey, is that a Michael Jordan tattoo? 23?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Well, why,
I'm so
though?
into basketball.
But what is the 23 about?
It's a mystic number, dude. Don't you know?
Uh,
Don't you do numerology? What's wrong with you, dude? God, man. That's a real powerful number, dude.
What is the 20? But it looked like a
It's a
basketball.
long story.
All right, fuck
We
it.
don't have
All I
fucking
thought,
time for
I saw what looked like a basketball tattoo and a 23, but
Basketball?
well, now I don't see that.
Anarchy.
Jesus. From a distance, it looked like it. I see that it's not now.
Way to go.
But then I saw the 23. I'm like,
It
hey,
does kind of look like a basketball.
Yeah, it did, right? Thank
Yeah.
you.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, the Zeppelin.
Let me see.
That's very
Yeah.
the Zoso symbols, right? Very cool.
BOC used to be one of my favorite bands
Does
ever.
anybody remember Laughter? I love that. That's my favorite all-time rock line. It is so pompous and bad, man.
Oh, no. You know, she's allowing you a second bottle of wine. at
Another
11
bottle of
a.m.
wine. We got another show coming in. You could just hang with them, too. Ron and Fez,
We'll
they're
hang
great
all
guys.
fucking day. I
Ron and
don't
Fez
care.
are awesome. They're coming up
BOC
next.
used to be one of my favorite bands, but I saw them in Huntington like just a few
In
years
31.
back. And yeah,
I saw
and,
that.
And
shit.
I'm like, you could talk to each other next to each other in
Are
the
you
seats.
serious? They were that
I was
low?
like, what the fuck, man?
Wait. You know what's even worse? I used to love Foghat.
Yeah.
Foghat ruled,
Same
right?
thing.
Now they're touring with only the original drummer's mustache in a glass case. I'm serious.
Shit.
It's all new kids.
No one
They're
left.
like 18 years old, and they have Roger Earl's mustache in a glass case.
Just the mustache.
It's the
It's
original
reached that
drummer's
point.
mustache. That's awesome. And they're playing high school parking lots.
All right, listen, I got to thank
Foghat's kind of
Joe Rogan. Anything we're promoting? Joe Rogan?
Comedy
.net?
Connection in Boston this weekend. Yeah, and
You doing that? You doing Comedy
JoeRogan.net.
Connection?
Yeah.
Cool.
Al Jorgensen,
Later.
thanks.
Program complete.